And what a shot from Kirica, taking that off the ceiling, underneath the ball, and straight down the middle.
Oh, there it is, out of the blue!
2 seconds left on the clock and the Joker finds something out of nothing!
Now, that pass from Shadow was immaculate, playing it straight down center. Hecky just had to get a touch, and it's all he needed.
Sonic has a chance, it's an open net if he sees it. Looking for the shot downfield, goes into the corner, Kilogram! He gets the goal!
They're just in front of the net. Nuke barely keeps it out there, dies on the goal line. The long shot, it finds it through. Entity gonna pick it up.
And we are live with week 8 of, sorry, week 7 of week league play. When I'm in the future, I'm living in the future. This is week 7 of RSC season 3. So we are on the downhill. Pretty much all the time to get used to things is over. It is now really, really important. It's bring a game and leave everything on the field. Hello and welcome to it. And Silver, well done. Yoshi is so often getting beaten out of first place in all the chats. So well done for being first, Silver. And then Gatu is here as well. And so far the only chatters are Silver and the Gatu. But welcome. I'm sure there'll be more as the night goes on. And we should open, as we so often do, as we always do, to acknowledge our sponsors. 2 big ones for RSC Season 3. We have our broadcast sponsor, Genisus Extreme, and they have honestly brought our broadcast to a higher level, a higher standard. It's such a pleasure to work with them, and they are going to be with us all the way through playoffs. So good to have them. And then, of course, Cash Money. Cash Money from Nixa. They are sponsoring the prize pool, 18,000 Rand. So thank you to our 2 big sponsors making it all possible. But the rest of who makes it all possible is, of course, you guys being there, the players, the franchise managers, the assistant GMs, all the admins of the server, everyone who is here to make it happen. So thank you to all of you. And I see a few more people arriving in chat. Clever Rabbit's here. Now, Clever Rabbit is also doing match admin duty tonight. Nations is here, who's doing mod duty tonight. Ginger Muzz, who's doing casting duty tonight. And Crevenator, who knows what he's doing tonight, but he's here, and that is fabulous. So, a couple of announcements. First up is most of the photos from Comic-Con are up on the Greybeard website, greybeard.gg. So if you were at Comic-Con or you want to see some of the action, some of the amazing action that went down there, go on over to greybeard.gg. Check out the galleries. The photos are there for you to see. And then it was announced last night, that we have a start date for RLCS 2025. That gets underway on the 3rd of January. So very early in the year, and I don't know if the SSA qualifiers will start on the 3rd of January or the 10th of January. Either way, it's going to be a big race for people to get back in time from holiday to get going into RLCS. More details will be announced as they happen, but we have that to look forward to. And then the Mythic Challenge, the ACGL Mythic Challenge, is, thank goodness, coming to a close. And these are the standings as they were about half an hour ago. As we stand now, Red Dragon Rocket League is 1,775 points ahead of Call of Duty. So we are on the downswing. And then, as announced yesterday, there is going to be a 10,000 Rand tournament for everybody who grinded this. everyone who's played 50 or more games, there'll be an invitation to a 10,000 Rand tournament, and that's win or lose. But there are a lot of people who've done 30 plus games. Go out there, grind it, and get your 50 plus games. And I know Call of Duty like to bank some of their points, so they play, but don't submit, so they can gain like 300, 400, 500 points. So be aware of that. We're ahead now. Let's make sure we keep our noses in front. Next up, don't forget our merch at the end of the season. Everyone who wants some Season 3 RSC merch, that is it, a t-shirt, available in a variety of colors. So make sure to order your shirt so we can get it printed and shipped to you at the end of the season. And on the subject of t-shirts, there are going to be 3 t-shirts given away at the end of the season to the 3 highest people with the most channel points. So you get channel points by watching. The more you watch, the more points you accumulate. If you correctly predict, you can make big strides in channel points. So 3 t-shirts to be given away to our top 3 channel point hoarders. And there we go. Now let's start to focus our attention to tonight. Where are we now? You can see the start of the season was a lot further back to what you see to the end of the season. There is a lot that has happened, not too much to go. We are on week 7, then it's week 8, then it's week 9, and bang, we're into playoffs. So at the start of tonight, at the start of this week, at the beginning of Monday, every team had a maximum of 12 points available to them. That's what is left for every team. And when we look at these standings, they are really, really close. These are the overall franchise standings. And when you drill down deeper into each tier, not a lot separates them. DSQ, having a blinder of a season, are at the top of the overall franchise table, followed closely by Dynasty. And only 3 games, 3 points separate the top. And then, so the top 2 in every tier go through to playoffs. Places 3 to 6 will have a little mini playoff called play-ins to secure a spot in the playoffs. So everything counts. And if you look at the distance between 6th place and 1st place, it is 18 points. So not a lot there. I think most we got to look at the separation between 5th and 1st, and that is only 11 games. So still so much in every tier to play for. That's our standings, and then that brings us to our schedule tonight. And we've got a little bit of history tonight. For the first time ever, we have 2, not 1, but 2 master games to bring you in the 4 series we're bringing you tonight. First up, we have Prospect Obscurity versus Tswana. They're close in the tables. Our casters will tell you more about that. Alpha Force and Kings. This is a titanic battle tonight. So incredibly important for each of those teams to do well here tonight. And then another master tier, Abyss versus Professors. And then finally, a rival tier matchup, the Jacks versus the Climbers. And I will be playing for the Jacks in the last series of tonight. So that is our schedule. And that brings us to our casters. For the first time casting together, Muzz and Skilton.
Hello, it's great to be back to back, I think it is, isn't it, Greybeard? Doing week 6 now, week 7, and I've got to say, Dynasty are pinching for this 1st place spot in the franchise league. And we, on our second game of tonight, we're going to be seeing something really special, I feel like, because both of those teams are at the very top of the Masters leaderboard. So that is going to be the best of the best we're seeing. But before that, we have another nail-biting game in the Prospect division, with Obscurity placing 5th and Tswana placing 6th.
All right, well, Skilton, Muzz, I'm going to hand it over to you. Bring us the game. Let's get it on. Let's do RSC Week 7.
let's get it, Skilton. So as you said, man, 5th place, 6th place, this is big, right? 1 game point separating these two outfits. Obscurity taking on Swana. It's a big one, right? Someone wants to move forward and get inch closer to that top 3 position, don't they?
Absolutely. And I mean, both of these teams, as you've said, are so close in the leaderboard. It is literally a game separating these two teams apart. So in order to, you know, climb this ladder, there's not many weeks left. They're going to have to be making a Hail Mary run to go for that top spot. And both of these teams, they're not like DSQ right now in the franchise league. They need to make that final push to be able to top the Kings. But right now, what would you say is something you're looking forward to on the pitch in this first series?
I mean, I'm luckily playing for the Dynasty Jokers, right? So I get to play some of these guys and show them how terrible I am at Rocket League, right, Skilton? But I just love the intensity that comes out at Prospect. You're looking at Silver, right? Alex, Matt, French, you get to. So, like, you know, these are talented players. They're coming in at 1,000, 1,100 here at Prospect. Okes are, you know, they can bang a ball into a net, right? So I'm just looking to see that ferocity come out, that's for sure.
Definitely. And ferocity we will see is always so fun casting the Prospect matches because you just never know what's going to happen. Last week we had the Jokers who were, well, as you were playing, you thought you were the kings of this franchise, but you were so close to getting game after game stolen away from you from UnitOx. So
bro. Nah, it's just Clerks. it's just Clerks, right? If Clerks is in chat, we see you, bro. Man's hitting those flip resets on the field. Nah, but seriously, it's a good young squad. The Dynasty Jokers are doing incredibly well this Skilton. I can't complain. I'm just there, bench warmer. You know, I'm coming in at my measly 950 and I'm doing what I can do, right?
You had a great presence on the pitch last week, though. You were on live Twitch. So how was that, first of all?
Oh no, hey, it was cool, man. It was cool. I'm trying to bring the bands, trying to, you know, psych up this team. Dogman's doing incredibly well. He's the captain that side. Yeah, Dynasty Jokers, they're doing well. Let's see if they can finish the season off well as well. But these two teams, Skilton, Shadow, UnitOx, they're trying to get out of the gulag right now. They're trying to get above 5th place. They've got 4 games to do it in. Every single match counts, right?
Absolutely. And we just saw UnitOx's team right there, Swana and Obscurity also being shown. I think both teams have very well padded stats on each side. They haven't been, you know, performing to the very top of the bracket like the Jokers have. But I feel like either one of these teams are going to be able to flip the scales. At least I will be feeling like Twitch is saying that this is going to be an easy sweep for Abyss. Not Abyss, for Shadow Obscurity. But I don't think so. I really think Swana have just as many odds on the side of UnitOx as well.
Yeah, 100%. I believe that as they can, I think, close, maybe like 3-1. I don't see a draw coming out. I know Silver and AJ both play incredibly well, Skilton. So I might put my money just slightly towards Shadow here. But yeah, 4 games in front of us. Let's see how it's going to go down.
Absolutely. And the ball has been kicked off. We're seeing Swana being able to push it into the corner of Shadow. Be brought back up to the ceiling. A nice connection there. They're going to be denied once again. And right now, I'm just looking forward to see who can make the first play. AJ pushing up right now into the corner of Swana. Going to be denied by Alex. The whole roster of Obscurity is there to obscure the chances of Swana to push up. Oh, nearly a nice redirect there from the side of Obscurity, but doesn't quite find it. Hits the backboard instead. Wait, that's going to be the first goal already from Obscurity.
And there it is, the bench warmer. Great place. He's coming on. He's playing for Silver tonight. I don't know if he's going to play the whole way there. I know he subs for this team here, Skilton. He opens up the scoring. That's a good feeling. That's a darn good feeling. Coming in as that 4th man, the impact player here for Shadow Obscurity. Nice little goal there.
That doesn't feel like a bench warmer right there. An incredible play by Great Blaze. It's just going to be up to Swana to be able to even the scoreboard right now. 4 minutes left on the clock, and Future is looking to make the dribble. Doesn't quite find the dream, though. This is back to Alex on their side of the pitch. And look at this aggression from the side of Shadow, but doesn't quite find the angle there to creep into the goal. And this looks like a counterplay from the side of Alex once again, pushing it up. He's been so aggressive for the Swanna team so far, but no one's been able to find anything. Wheat. Loving the name Wheatbix, by the way.
Oh yeah, breakfast of champions, right? They got Future Life, both cereals that you can have in a hard morning as well. The shot they're coming up from Future Life, Gatu having to keep that out as well. And just Swanna, not too many shots been registered here. I think Skilton, we see the one total from the team coming out as well. So just we see Obscurity keeping them out, making sure they're not getting into the back of the net as well. We actually saw almost Flosee score twice there. Nice little aggression he had as a second man coming in just to threaten that post. And so Shadow looking good for now. Maybe there's going to be a shot on there, but it gets cleared out. And Shadow, they do not want to concede.
Absolutely. And, you know, there's so many opportunities we've seen from Swanna. So close yet so far as Obscurity are holding the doors. This 1 goal lead, 2 minutes 45 into the game, is going strong. That being said, no one was there from the side of Swanna to secure that goal either. Wheatbix getting demoed. That's not something you want to see from the side of Swanna as they are still looking for this goal. Oh, it doesn't quite find the aerial there. Wheatbix pushing it into the corner. It's just going to be backed into the side of Swanna once again. The defense is able to pick up the ball, but so is Obscurity. So they're going to be able to contest this into the corner. Once again, Alex, someone that's had great possession so far. Doesn't quite find it onto the other side. It's going to be the rest of the team instead. Great place. The only goal scorer of this game so far. Going to be tapping it over. Doesn't quite find the post.
Maybe he's up for it. I see again, you can see Obscurity, right? They're just challenging the ball the whole time. They're making sure either that second or third man are coming in. You have Skilton just to try to do something with it. It's a bit of a loose one here as well. Alex the Fartik. Oh my goodness, all the way from Mauritius, almost gets the equalizer on the board, but kept out. Bit of a clash and a rumble there from Swanna. Has a long ball, it's loose. Whew. Wheatbix stopping Flosee almost put in a second here for Obscurity. Clock ticking down, and Shadow Obscurity might just be able to win game number 1 here as well. They're definitely putting that pressure onto Swanna, making them feel the pain there at the back on D. Alex, again, he's trying to take another punt. Oh, a pixel shy though.
Yeah, post after post, Obscurity have just barely been holding this together for their side. Swanna once again. I feel like there have been so many hero plays. As I say that, another shot was taken for the side of Swanna. Doesn't quite find it. So many hero plays from this team. I just feel like they need that one connecting piece to make the dream come true. Another shot is scored for the side of Swanna now. Wheatbix, once again, the breakfast of champions, able to find that. No, not even a redirect there from the side of Swanna's teammates. And that's going to even the scoreboard. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Saw Alex make that pass earlier. Their Skilton, and he went up for maybe the second touch up front as well. But Wheatbix, he doesn't need help. He's able to score that banger into the back and then get the equalizer. Maybe going to get an OT here in game 1. Unless Flosee, though, can have something to say about it. Nice little catching the corner here from AJ. He's going to run it up. Gets past Future Life. Can't beat out Alex, though. Alex into the corner, and Gatu's there. Doesn't look at the pinch, though. Doesn't get the best touch, though. Wheatbix. Oh my goodness, that was almost glorious. It's another shot from Future Life. Swanna seem to be trying to claw back victory from the jaws of defeat here. Oh goodness, again. And I don't know, have they double, tripled their shot amount here in the dying moments?
These goals are so close. 5 seconds left on the clock. Is anyone able to find it before overtime? Well, it's in the side of Obscurity. And no, back onto overtime. In the eyes of Alex, this person has been one of the main aggressors of Swanna, and they do find it into the corner of Obscurity. Is anyone able to follow up? No, but Wheatbix is there to defend the side of Swanna, push it back in. And look at this aggression from Wheatbix. This is not something we saw when Obscurity were getting that first goal of this game. Future Life didn't quite find anything, but Alex might, denied by AJ. Keeping it from the shadows of the goal. Future Life pushing it up. Wait, there's someone to be... No one finds it, unfortunately. The defense from the shadows of Obscurity has been too strong. And here we see.
Loose balls in defense, I think they come up from Obscurity, right? Just making up holding on to the position or not clearing it as well as they can. Just kind of stopping the ball, but then they can't get rid of it, and then just allowing this counter attack coming out from Swana as well. The shot is good. Oh, it's crossbar down. Almost Weedbix. He almost slammed it in. Breakfast to breakfast. There it is. Future Life. He gets the goal.
I mean, that is just another crossbar that could have gone so wrong for the side of Swana. We've seen so many shots, but this one is going to be the nail in the coffin for game one. UnitOx reign victorious for this first point in the series. And once again, I feel like chat is being proved wrong.
Hey, I mean, I think I put a little bit of channel points down onto Shadow as well. They're Skilton, so they're going to prove me wrong as well. You know what? But Swana were definitely a bit slow to come to the party, right? When did they start kind of getting those 7-8 shots in Skilton? I think way into that remaining 90 seconds of the game as well. So I think if we can see a little bit of kind of urgency and fire coming out of this UnitOx team, you know, then we maybe see a little more of a convincing showing.
Yeah, definitely. That being said, Shadow was playing with their bench warmer, a Great Place. And, you know, if we're looking at the stats right here, that does not scream accurate. A Great Place had an absolute fire performance for this game one, being the only person from the Shadows to be able to score a goal. I'm very curious if there is going to be any roster changes for these following games as well.
I mean, we're going to have to see, right? Maybe Silver's got something on. Maybe he's going to come back later. Your subs do have to play a set minimum of games as well, which means Flosee definitely has to play here. Why not? He's got the points. He's been scoring as well. I see he's got rid of the goal fee, which seems to be something he's super known for playing, but maybe needs to revert back to that. And, you know, we're going to see some fire come out of the Shadow team.
Yeah, definitely. This is not something that chat has been expecting so far. From this 5th place position, Obscurity Shadows have been on top of Swana in the brackets, but again, these teams are neck and neck next to each other. There is only 1 win difference between Swana and Obscurity. This is everything to play for, everything to prove between these two rival teams, as we see Weedbix getting the best touch of the kickoff into the corner of Obscurity. And wait, oh, nearly another goal coming straight out of the doors of Swana's entry, but no one's going to be able to counterplay that straight away. Obscurity are going to get the setup, but don't quite find the angle on the ball to launch the goal. Swana have been good so far. Nice touch up, bounces off the ceiling. That might be something for Obscurity to punish, but they don't find it again. And there goes a demo onto Meow. That is not the idealist of situations for the Shadows. Right now, it really is just a back and forth to see who can get this first counter.
Yeah, maybe it's going to come from Shadow again. Maybe it comes from UnitOx. AJ's up. Clerks 2.0. Oh, he dribbles off the hallway. He goes. Well, he's showing us exactly what he can do.
AJ, where did that come from? That was just from one side of the pitch to the other. An incredible solo performance. And once again, I haven't seen something like this so far in the Prospect division. Something really pulling above his weight here. But one solo performance, this is a team game, remember. This is something that AJ needs to recognize if he wants to push this to a 2-goal lead to be able to settle the score in game 2. And Swana seem to be pushing the aggression. They don't want to end it like this as the ball goes directly towards the goal, denied by a Great Place. The best bench warmer I've seen so far in the RSC.
Man, be cracked. But yeah, we see Swana coming with a bit more of that urgency now. Skilton, they've already taken the shot from Alex as well. They want to try and get in on early and make sure they can force pressure onto Obscurity now at the moment. They don't leave it till the dying embers to try and get that equalizer and force that OT. They did win the OT in game 1, so kudos to them. But again here, you see Obscurity leading from the beginning. Can they hold on to it now? Oh man, Future Life had to get past Gat2, but nice save coming out there.
Yeah, that could have been a really scary pinch right there. And here we see a nice pass from Alex. Swerves all the way past the team, but no one, once again, was able to follow up. That's fine, because Future Life did not see the future there and was denied to get the goal. Weedbix kind of getting run around with this ball. Doesn't quite find the angle as the Obscurity are running around the Shadows. of Swana right now. Able to find it into the corner of Swana. This could be another opportunity to get gold. Is denied. Passed into the corner of Obscurity once again. And this is just a back and forth. I feel like it's tennis right now. As Alex finds another ball onto the side of Obscurity. No one is able to find that gold closer. Once again onto the backboard.
Oh,
Hitting the post, and finally Weet finds it to tie the score of game 2. Swana are now even. 2 minutes 12 left on the clock.
yeah, it's just that beautiful play coming out there from Future Life, right? He just cut out any, forward momentum from Obscurity there as well. He cut them out. He did the beautiful play there. He's kind of camping in that defensive third and making sure that Weet could get into the back of the net. I like this early kind of pressure coming out from UnitOx. We need to see more of it as well. They left late in game 1. They did win though. And can we see them coming out with a bit more fire here in game 2 as well? Weet, he gets a pass over Alex though. Almost shot that in. Oh, Future Life looking for his name on the scoreboard as well though. And Weet again, full tank, a boost. He's going to run it up this left-hand flank. What can he do though? AJ with the cutout. So AJ with that superb individual play just now. He's dribbling, he's going all the way. I'm not sure if it's a freestyle comp here or what's going on though. Flosee gets that demo there onto Future Life as well. Get to actually the sub here on Obscurity. He's going to run it the whole way. Look at that pinch almost. Alex cuts him out. He gets past 2 as well. Swana, I love these moves. Someone, you got to be able to shoot it. Are they going to bang it? There it is. Weet, he's in.
Once again, the crowd are in disbelief because Swana have a goal up in game 2. 1 minute 22 left on the clock. And right now, it's on Obscurity in the back burner. They need to find a goal from the shadows. But Alex is going to be pushing the aggression once again. He's onto the side of Obscurity. And this really is an obscure situation as the whole of the team don't manage to find the defense. AJ is able to find it, thankfully, as no one from Swana was able to punish. That being said, this could be a chance for AJ to make a counter play. Doesn't quite find it. 1 minute remaining. And demo after demo has been going off. And nearly another goal from Weet. Future Life could be getting the setup, but they're not able to get the redirection.
Just seems like this nice relentless pressure here coming out from Swan at least. So we did see that double commit in the box. Oh, okay, no double commit there, Skilton. They finally pop it in. Future Life gets a goal. Alex with the assist here. Look at Alex, he's just flying through the air. Angelic Arc bringing it down. There it is. Channel points, question mark, what's happening?
Yeah, that was a bit of a ballerina stylish play at the end, but here we see Obscurity are really in the red right now. 2 goals needed, and they have 30 seconds left on the clock to make 2 Hail Marys. But then on the wrong side, the ball is not ready to be scored for the side of Swana as it is denied by Obscurity once again. But it's so close to another goal from Alex. I feel like I may be being a bit too dramatic right here, but I would say this could be the win of Swana once again.
Just such nice patience that coming up from Alex as well. Just jumped down, he waited. I think AJ, a little bit of momentum carrying him too far on that box there. And Alex just sniped it in the back of the net. And UnitOx, well, the Prospect team are making you proud right now. 4-1 at the moment. They should take game number 2. We're here halfway through the series. All the points count. Oh, man, they almost made it a 5th goal. That's a good measure. Are they going to keep it up? What can Obscurity do? What can Swana do? One more touch. There it is. No, man, get the touch. It's down. UnitOx, Swana, they're making it 2-0.
Absolutely, and that was just another very well played performance from the side of UnitOx. Once again, this bench warmer for the side of Shadow is pulling their weight so hard for the side of Obscurity, but the side of UnitOx just seems so much more uniform, so much stronger. Their team plays are so much more effective. They have great aggression, and I just feel like for the side of Obscurity, I don't know how they're going to be evening up this game.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that UnitOX decided to step up to the plate here. Skilton, game number 1, a little bit slow. Game number 2, they came out firing there. All the lads got 300 on the scoreboard as well, which is darn good there. Alex Wheatbix and Future Life. Where's Get2? Bit of a quiet game there. Didn't get too many touches. 21 Flosee as well. You can kind of see the possession game not really going toward Shadow Obscurity there. So the next 2 games upon us. We're over the halfway mark here. How do things play out? Remember, these teams are 1 game point that separates them 5th and 6th. And UnitOX, they're in that 6th position, and I definitely think they'd love to leapfrog Shadow.
Yeah, well, I would just say, Muzz, that Swana really do need this win. Like, one more game for them could really put them in that 5th position.
Oh,
could
yeah.
be able to accelerate them up the leaderboard, and they need this. Both teams really need this, because they need to make that final push to beat DSQ, to beat the Jokers at the top of the prospect bracket, as we have kickoff once again on the pitch. And Alex is ready to push the aggression. This has been the fire of Swana so far. So a great place, able to make a nice little touch there into the corner of Obscurity. AJ doesn't find the setup for the teammates, as it was swept from the air from the side of Swana. This aggression is once again very scary. Obscurity haven't known a good way to deal with it so far, as the ball bounces off the ceiling, and that's going to be a huge miss from Wheatbix.
I think there's a
It's
double
able
whiff
to collect
there
it
coming
once
out.
again.
Maybe
Yeah.
double whiff coming up from both sides there. Sorry, Skilton. Yeah, so everyone just kind of wanted to get a grab on that ball, and just no one was able to get onto it.
Yeah, feint after feint in this prospect division. But Wheatbix going to be able to tap it back onto the side of Obscurity, providing the pressure once again. That could have been beautiful, but both teammates from the side of Obscurity are there to deny the goal. And now they just need to make this counterplay, but they can't seem to get out of their half, as Wheatbix is pushing up once again. Thankfully, AJ is able to collect it. But that could have been 2 beautiful goal opportunities denied for the side of Swana. And it is everything to play for. We've shown cracks in both, or we've seen cracks in both sides. Wheatbix, an amazing player so far, but hasn't been able to land the goal, and Obscurity have everything to play for.
Yeah, no, pressure's on the line here, Skilton, that's for sure. Wheatbix, oh, looking for that slam down, double commit coming up from Obscurity as well. I think they're just feeling a bit nervy at the back here. They're not turning that kind of defense back into offense here, but AJ wants to take it all the way. Does he get the double though? Second man coming in, second man, it's good! It's gonna be Get2!
AJ nearly made that solo play that we saw last game, but thankfully we're seeing Meow being able to step up instead, being able to collect from that pass, landing the first goal of the game. And this is something Obscurity really need if they want to draw, because right now it's 2 up for the side of Swana. 1 goal will win them the series. But look at this pressure from on the side of Swana now. This is something we've been seeing on Obscurity's half so far for most of the series. They're pushing it back up now, but denied by AJ. He really wants this as he pushes it into the corner. Doesn't quite find anything, as Alex is going to be batting it back. And right now, 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. And Swana have to weigh up their options.
Yeah, well, we know they're the comeback kings here, I think, Skilton. They're able to bring it back in the dying moments just when it matters the most. Their Future Life makes a decent save. Oh, almost again, though, but there it is. Get2 makes it 2. And here we go. Shadow Obscurity. They're breathing life back into the series of theirs. They're down 2-0. They need this win. They need those points. And Get2 Meow, 2 on the board here. But as we know, Skilton, we do see Swana often bring it back, you know, when it matters the most. And no, I don't think we can count them out here just yet.
Yeah, this is, you say Swana are the comeback kings, but Obscurity are starting to become a very looming shadow on the scoreboard with 2 up right now. They have 1 minute to get 2 goals, or 1 minute per goal to be able to draw this even and take it into overtime. And AJ isn't going to be able to find anything to push it into the half of Swana to be able to guarantee that dominance on the pitch. And right now, these touches are going to be redirecting back and forth. It's chaos. Wheatbix going to be calming the storm, able to weave through the team, but we're going to see AJ being able to deny it once again. And the boost on Alex is low. Is he going to be able to join this fight here? But once again, a missed goal.
Just when you're holding that back post down and you got 0 boost in the tank, right? What do you think you're gonna do though? But it seems like he caused enough interference there to keep them out. But you on defense, but you need to try swap that for offense as well. The demo's good. Oh my goodness. Well, there it is. They make it 3 as well. The demo's good. Your GAT2 gets the pop up. He goes straight for the defender. He gets rid of him. He kills him. He demolishes him, and he allows AJ to put that in.
That's another level of aggression there, right from Obscurity. Why not just destroy the goalkeeper to create an open goal? And that has worked greatly in their favor. As 1 minute left on the clock. Wait, there's another one from the side of the bench warmer. Very nice tap there. Being able to get the final goal there for the side of Obscurity. Or the most recent one, a great place. Really has good understanding of the team. You know, for a bench warmer, I've got to say, they are playing so coordinated with the rest of the roster.
No, I play a lot of 2s with Flosee, and this guy just carries the whole time, bro. I just let him do the work. I sit at the back, I make sure the saves are happening, I pass him some decent balls upfield, and I just let Flosee do all the work, and this man does incredibly well. Yes, nice pickup from Shadow there as well. Oh, Future Life trying to get that one in. AJ once again, though, making a save from the back. He's actually got 3. So that's Savior medal there from AJ, keeping his team alive, making sure they get this big dub from 4 as well. Pass infield, back to GAT2. Can they make something out of this as well? GAT2, he's got to pass it infield. He does have great Flosee to bring it down. There it is, the dunk is good. They make it 5.
It's almost like Great Blaze just heard you then about being the key carry and just decided to lock in for that 5th goal.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is so dominating from the Shadow Obscurity right now. And Swana, you know, they had great 2 first games in this series, but with a performance like this in Game 3, what are we even going to be imagining in Game 4?
So keen, so keen. Everyone in chat, fans at home, game number 4, it's going to be an absolute humdinger here. If you're a fan of the great Flosee, we're going to see what he's going to cook up here as well. 10 seconds remain. Swana goalless here in game 3 as well. Can they cook something up? It doesn't seem like Obscurity want them to do anything at all. Alex, one more shot here. Can they get that consolation goal? It's still up. What can they do? Wheatbix, he's going to hold on to it. Makes a nice little shuffle pass out. What's going to happen? They keep it up. Come on, boys. Swana's going to be able to do something. Alex can't get the pop up there. It's going to go down. Can they kill it? It's still alive. What's going on? Oh, almost. Whew.
So close, yet so far from catching up to that 5-goal lead from Shadow Esports.
Yeah.
A beautiful performance and a complete contrast in the first 2 games we saw this series. You know, there's one more to play for, Muzz. What are you expecting after something as dominating as that from the Shadows?
I mean, yeah, I think Shadow Obscurity, right? They've shown us what they can do. Yeah, fine, they're 5th on the log right now, and maybe the season hasn't gone exactly their way, but they do know who they can beat. And right now, if that person and opposition is going to be UnitOx Swana, they need to try drive it home. At this moment, though, we can't beat anyone. We're just looking at a draw territory, right? UnitOx that took that game 1 and 2. So, Obscurity, this is it. You need to win game number 4. We need to see them coming out firing here. Skilton, AJ, did he have a very quiet games 2 and 3? I don't think we saw those crazy solo plays anymore. Yeah.
Well, I feel like it was such a controlled performance from the side of UnitOx that AJ wasn't really able to come alive. I mean, the only hero plays we really saw was AJ's from pitch to pitch solo goal and a great place. Really stepping up from the bench. So,
up,
you know, this is a really nice, once again, contrast from the side of Shadow Esports Obscurity. And I really am wondering, is this going to be the same? You know, this going to be a rest break in between games? I feel like, you know, as we're going back onto the pitch, have Swana thought of the recipe to end this series, to put it in their favor, because they have everything to play for, everything to come back to, as they are 6th in the bracket right now. Obscurity holding the doors in 5th. who is going to be able to win this or draw.
Yeah, definitely need to see Tswana bring something big in here as well. They can win everything 3-1. We're going to see if that comes out as well. We know Alex, Weet-Bix, and Future Life have it in them. Bit of a lackluster game 3 coming out from them as well. 5-0 on the scoreboard. That's great. Those goals are all going to count for your goal difference at the end of the day. Future Life here from the corner. Can he pop it in? He's going to bring it down. Weet-Bix interfering though. We're going to wonder if there wasn't a pass to a second man coming out there. Tswana, maybe the miscoms, but get 2. He's going to bring it up. Weet-Bix, nice little interference play there as well. Alex is over. It's going to be a pixel shy though. It goes wide almost for Tswana. Maybe wide again. No!
Yeah, so close yet so far. And we've seen this time and time again from Tswana. It's such a nail biter every time that this ball goes near one of the goals, but the defense has been impeccable from both sides. That being said, if Tswana are able to get this first goal to score the momentum of the game in this final game of the series, that's going to be huge from Future Life. And where does Obscurity go from here? Because that defense was not it.
And there we go. We wanted to know what was UnitOx Tswana gonna do, what was gonna happen on the field there. Skilton, they answered that question. Future Life gets the banger home. Oh, there's a bit of a cheeky pop-up there. Weet-Bix almost had a slot that went in, but great Flosee though. He kept that one out. It's Obscurity. They need to try and get the draw. That's the best case scenario for them right now. Tswana, they can go for the dub. Get2 is going to try dribble it downfield. Doesn't get that pop-up onto the hood. Oh, Weet-Bix is playing with his food right now, though. Future Life wants to get a second, though, but Flosee there again. The big stalwart defender at the back.
Absolutely, and this is really nice from... Wait, what just happened? Another goal from the side of Tswana. And Alex just was able to slither through the opposition's defense. Obscurity are in a really obscure situation right now. 3 minutes 18 left on the clock, and I wasn't even expecting that.
Just when you think there's no chance Tswana can score, right? They're just able to pop that cheeky one in. Oh, Flosee. Cool. Takes a decent shot as well, but Weet-Bix on that defense as well. Everyone's got a save here coming out from the Tswana outfit, and they're just making sure that they can keep out this Obscurity team. They're looking for more. Weet-Bix can't get the near post touch though. Might want to make it a third. Alex with a decent demo onto AJ. Now Get2 has to pop it infield. He does have a man. He's got Flosee though. Flosee is going to be wide though. They do have Weet-Bix to cover that post though. That's just when you think Obscurity are back on the counter-attack. They get smothered here by UnitOx.
Yeah, and right now the shadow is starting to get bled out by the light of UnitOx. Future Life has had an incredible final game here so far. If he could just deliver the final nail in the coffin. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. That would be insane. Future does it! He finds the third goal for UnitOx Tswana. And that's going to be so difficult for Obscurity to come back now. They are really feeling the pressure, and their momentum from game 3 has just absolutely diminished.
Yeah, I just love that Alex POV there as well. He gets the pass off and immediately goes for any kind of bump in play, right? He wants to get rid of a third-man defender just so that Future Life can get a clean shot. He gets the clean shot as well. Alex does the job he needs to do. Weet-Bix, he does the job that he needs to do. There it is. UnitOx Tswana, they're making it look easy.
Absolutely, that missed play there from the side of Obscurity was just leading Weet-Bix to just get a nice little tap there into the goal to score the fourth for Tswana. And 2 minutes left on the clock. I keep saying it literally, this minute has been such a long one for the side of Obscurity as they have found goal after goal go into their side. But right now they're on the side of, well, too late. They were on the side of Tswana, but Weet-Bix is going to be making an impact once again. And here we see Obscurity trying to get possession. They're not able to control it. AJ is struggling so much from Alex's aggression, but he had no boost. It was all a feint. And Future Life, eyes on him as he pushes for some more control of the ball. AJ, he has the boost now. He has the potential to go for a play. There's a great place he's going to be getting the setup, but AJ doesn't quite find it. It's going to be found by Gatto instead, but the defense from Tswana was just too strong.
Minute remaining here, fans at home, and looks like UnitOX Swana, they've come in clutch when they counted the most here. The double commit and the double D, they're coming up from Swana. They just want to get rid of that ball. They do so. AJ and Gatto, they got to hold the fort down here, but Wheatbix wants to get a little bit more on the scoreboard right now. Future Life almost pipping that one over. Third man coming in. Alex, he gets a huge demo out of the air. Nice little aerial play there. Doesn't get the shot, but it's okay. When you're up by 4, it's not going to matter too much. The angle's good. Oh, Wheatbix, you beaut.
Wheatbix in this corner so far this game has been an absolute menace. So many different goal styles he has gone for, whether it's a cheeky little tap or just a straight direct shot from that corner. It's been something that Obscurity just haven't quite been able to compete with. The shadow is diminishing, the light is on them, and right now with 30 seconds left on the clock, how do you find 5 goals? Make that 6 from Alex.
Oh man, well, apparently everything the light touches happens to be UnitOx, so it's going to be good, right? They make a good one. I think Flosee there just getting a last touch at the end. They're trying to get back in defense. Things aren't working out for them. UnitOx Swana, they're convincingly taking game 4 here. 6 goals to nothing. Skilton, they went to the locker room. They had the big boy chat. They said, we need to pull ourselves up. We need to get out of the 6th spot here. They seem to do so. Gatto doesn't get a bump with the Future Life as well. Future Life, though, not too sure what he's up to. Wheatbix as well, keeping this one out. I would say don't concede. What a way to finish the series. It looks like that's going to be the aim of the game. There it is. UnitOX Swana, they get the win.
Yes, UnitOX United proved to be an absolute force to be reckoned with this series, winning 3-1 against Obscurity Shadow Esports. And I've got to say, you know, a great performance from a great place, especially not being on the main roster of this Obscurity team. But Wheatbix has shown to be an absolute king of the pitch for this series. And, you know, if we're going to be going into the MVPs, that would be my personal recommendation.
Yeah, I think 100%. They're definitely Wheatbix kind of / Alex as well, doing incredibly well. They're just kind of doing all that grunt work, I think, on the field, Skilton, and the things that matter the most, right? Going for those demo plays, making sure you can bump a defender, you know, getting decent passes off, and then making sure, and if you want to look for a 1-2, he kind of gets up as well. And Alex has very good game sense and understands exactly what to do in these high pressure situations. Well, it paid off dividends there. Look at the points on the board. Yeah, Wheatbix. Well, Skilton, you called it.
Absolutely. I do want to say as well, an incredible performance from Future Life as well. Really coming out alive in that final game of the series as well. To be able to deliver some solo goals as well as just being an amazing setup for Wheatbix. So congratulations to Wheatbix, but I feel like this was a whole team differential here for the side of Swana.
Yeah, it was a goodie, right? We had a decent series come on as well. It was an important one. Someone needed to climb up that mid-table as well. 3-1 victory. We see a lot of goals going towards UnitOX as well. We saw kind of that game 1, game 2, UnitOX, they came on fire in, and then Shadow said, okay, how do we bring things back? What do we actually do, right? How do we unlock Flosee again? How do we unlock AJ? And then game 3, it worked for them. And they were like, how do we get this draw? Right, now we need to push for a draw. And then, yep, UnitOX, they came out. The Bull's horns, they showed them.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a bit of a rumbling in the bracket this week then. Swana is going to be moving up, surpassing Obscurity Shadow Esports to that 5th position. But, you know, there's not many weeks left. We need to be seeing a flawless execution from the side of Swana to be able to climb to the kings of the bracket, the Jokers of Dynasty Esports.
It depends. It depends if Dogman and Clerks have got anything to say, you know, then we'll see how that goes down. You know, maybe Greybeard will give us one of his premonitions. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I've got to say, is that something you expect to be coming out there?
Well, what I am very surprised with is the late run by pretty much across the tiers, but they are making a late charge. And what a performance here by Swana, who have jumped up 2 spots. They've gone from 6th to 4th place with that 3-1 win. And we have to mention here that Tuxer pinch from Tox or Future Life in game 4. What an absolute banger. And then big shout out to Gatu for coming in as the super sub, doing amazing things there, coming in and bringing his demo prowess to the occasion. So well done to Tswana and UnitOx in general for their late run. So my question now, because there was a lot of talk about points, and I don't know who from chat is in major deficit there, because I think from the vibes I was getting out of chat is that UnitOx was seen as the underdogs, and maybe some good betting happening for the obscurity side, but not the way it worked out. So I know the Dogman is out at least 9k points. VuDu made like 17,000 points. Oh my word. Okay, so there were winners and there were losers, like they always are. So we should mention as well, remember to grind Mythic, get to 50 games, be part of the 10,000k tournament. But from Tswana, we are going to be interviewing Future Life, also known as Tox. Tox, it was supposed to be Alex DeFatak, but Alex pushed Tox in at the last moment. Hello, Tox.
Hello, how's it, Greybeard?
So my first question is, how do I say your name? Because I feel like a little bit of a drunk 007 when I say your name. So how do we say this?
No, it is pronounced Tox.
Tox. Yeah. Okay. So it, why can't Sean Connery? I couldn't remember his name. Tox. Tox. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, big, great performance out there tonight. I don't know if you're putting it down to a specific thing, if you guys were just feeling good, but I mean, you guys are making an amazing late season run.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. We found a plan that just worked for us and we stuck to it, eh?
And bringing in Gatu, I think, was he in from game 2 or game 3? When did he come on?
Gatu's not part of our team.
Oh, sorry, you're quite right. I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Oh man, old man brain letting me out, so letting me down. So how much time do you guys get to play together in between league matches? I mean, are you finding time to scrim? You say you had a plan, so obviously you've at least had time to talk about your planning.
Yeah, we limit our game time together to only weekdays, so we keep weekends to ourselves, and then leading up to match days, we try scrim like 2 days, or no, a day before, and then on match day, and then 2 days before we will probably have a training session together and just fine tune some things.
So you have now, so there were 12 available points before the start of today that you had. You've cleared 3 of them. So that leaves you with 8 potential points, the maximum number of points. You can get 8 more between now and the end of the season. Obviously, you want to clear all 8 will be the ideal result, but how do you feel about those last 8 points and how many of them you can secure?
I mean, looking at the weeks coming forward, we've got some tough games coming up. So, I mean, 4 out of the 8 will be ideal, but obviously we'll try to get all 8 and see how that goes.
Okay, so I was just trying to have a quick look at the table. So you guys are now in 4th place, puts you at 14, which is within touching distance of the top. I mean, so in an ideal world, you may lock in playoffs if you could theoretically, obviously, depending on how the Jokers and Cassia do, you could find yourselves in a top 2 spot if all the stars align correctly.
Yeah, it's just you gotta keep working.
And where do you fit in age-wise in the team? Are you sort of in the middle, the youngest? You're definitely not the oldest, because I know at least one other old man on your team.
Yeah, Alex takes the crown on that. I think we've got quite a young team here.
Okay.
I'm in the bottom half of the team's age. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, listen, great performance. Oh, and I didn't even mention the cookser. Have you been working on that cookser? Because that was deliciously executed.
Oh, thank you. No, I have been dabbling on that in free play, and then I saw my opportunity and I just took it.
Well, and that's amazing that you did, because the hardest thing to do is to take moves out of free play or practice into an actual competitive environment. So well done on pulling that off.
Thank you.
Awesome, mate. Well, great to see you. Congratulations and good luck for your final 2 league play weeks coming up.
Thank you so much, Greybeard.
Cheers, Tox.
Cheers, man.
All right. Well said by Tox. And I see in chat someone said, oh, it was VuDu who said, Alex, were you aware that Tox was such a looker? Representing his franchise and his team very well there, Muzz. I think Muzz is muted. Muzz is muted. Rookie mistake, Muzz.
There we go. Sorry, we're alive. I was letting you finish off such a stellar interview there, Ryan. Come on. But, yeah, no, well done to UnitOX Swana there. They brought it back, and I mean 3-1. I think that dub is going to mean everything, because they want to try obviously get into that top 4 and beat Shadow, which is that's what counts, right? Stick it in their face.
But now we move to the big league. We move to Master. It's another battle at the top. This is a position 1, position 2 epic battle. 1 point separates Alpha Force from the King. So probably one of our most consequential series of the night. So Skilton, Muzz, bring it in.
Yeah, and I've got to say, this team had from the side of the Kings, we've seen them on stream a couple weeks back, and they had a beautiful game versus Nguni. And against Alpha Force now, the top of the bracket with them in second place. This is going to be something that is so close. Something that the Kings are really going to have to play hard for to keep that crown at the top. But let's talk a little bit about Alpha Force, because originally last season, they weren't actually Alpha Force. Their roster has come from the Valkyrie Knights, and they were reigning at the top of the leaderboard in first place last season. So, are we going to be seeing a roster going back to back in the top bracket of the scoreboard? I'm not sure, because this Kings roster as well has been incredible so far.
I just look at these names alone here, Skilton. I'm like, you got Friction, Bigfoot, Scruffy, and Lagstar. Like, no wonder you won. No wonder you're second place right now. Once again, we're looking at only a 1 point difference between teams as well. And so, yeah, I think Alpha Force have got everything to make this work. Yeah, Kings have got a stellar roster too, right? Happy Meal, Olympic, and Tweaks. And so they can bring that fire, but 1 game point separating these 2 teams. It's a Masters tier, Skilton. That means it's going to be an absolute bloodbath out there.
Yeah, it honestly is going to be the final test for the Kings, I feel like, in this week 7 game, because once again, you're playing against the previous victorious team last season. If you're able to beat them this season, it's almost like a rite of passage. Your right of entry to reign on top of this bracket in the Masters bracket of all of them. This is the top of Rocket League we're going to be seeing here in the RSC SSA. And I am just so looking forward to seeing the Kings once again on pitch. I don't know about you, but Alpha Force as well, going to be testing their might is something that, I'm really curious, because they drew on broadcast last time. What are we going to be seeing from a second place team?
I mean, we got Alpha Force standing there like Gandalf saying, you shall not pass, right? And so the Kings are going to have to put everything down here. But this is a game number 1. All the hype and the pre-show's over. Let's get it. Alpha Force taking on the Kings.
Yeah, and the pace on the pitch is already so much faster than we saw in the previous series from the prospects. Right now, Alpha Force is in the corner as the Kings are looking to push the tempo. Olympic is starting to run out of boost, able to recharge there. And now we're seeing the ball getting pushed once again onto the side of Alpha Force. Going to be taken away. Friction denies the opportunity. Bigfoot now pushing up, stomping onto the side of the Kings. And the ball is going to go into the backboard. Bigfoot is not able to find it as Happy Meal is going to be shoving it out. Denied once again by Friction. This guy has been so in the faces of the Kings so far already as Happy Meal pushes it into the corner. Starting to see some contention. Lackstar coming live with the ball. We're going to see Olympic pushing it onto the backboard of Alpha Force's goal. This could be a counterplay ready to happen, but I'm just going to call him M. M is going to be setting up, doesn't quite find anything. Olympic is now on the defense as a great push has been made by Lackstar, and that could have been the first goal. Denied by two of the players of the Kings. The crown is still shining.
Yeah, still shining here. What can we see coming up from Alpha Force? Lackstar looking to bring it down. Nice little pop out there from Happy Meal. Happy Meal, such a super experienced SSA player as well. He's going to be able to command from the front and make sure that the Dynasty Kings, though, put their best foot forward. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard as well here. Lackstar, Bigfoot, looking for that action. I think Lackstar is maybe looking for a bump and play. Didn't interrupt the defense that much, though. Nonetheless, though, 0-0 again. Friction. Happy Meal looking to get over one. He's going to pop it up for Lackstar. Lackstar with the good catch, and Bigfoot was already going onto that back post as well in defense, just getting ready for kind of any attacks here coming out from the Kings. Happy Meal going up. He's going to miss that one. He's going to go all the way downfield, though. Hits an open net. Back to Olympic. Olympic with the cutout. Oh, and Bigfoot finally. There it is. Alpha Force that find that first goal.
Yeah, that was a really nice performance there. You know, these Kings, they had a really good defense, but I feel like something like that, something in this Masters bracket is just going to get so well punished, and Alpha Force were able to find it. That being said, the kickoff is going into the hands of Alpha Force. Kings are now finding the pressure once again already. Olympic going to be able to catch it, pushing it through on the ceiling. But Olympic has now run out of boost. He needs to find the pass, doesn't quite find it, as Friction once again has been an incredible defense for the side of Alpha Force. Now they just need to set it onto the side of Kings, which they have found. The corner is live, but hits the post. Quite a few pixels off there, but M is just going to run it down the middle. Catch once again by the side of Alpha Force, and it's up to Happy Meal to defend this.
Oh my
and it hits the post again. Well, that's so unfortunate.
That's Happy Meal in defense, right? Just absolute stellar job there at the back. He tries to get the second jump up, looks for the second shot as well. Unfortunately, therefore, Alpha Force goes onto that post there, Skilton. And so still 1-0 here on our game one of Masters tier. And Alpha Force, they want to try clinch that #1 spot. They want to climb the ranks in what Greybeard said was going to be an incredibly important series for either one of his teams. Olympics up as well. I think he got bumped in the air, though. Couldn't continue that play. Wanted to try get the dunk and the first goal for the Kings. Happy Meal with that nice little interrupted play there, stopping Alpha Force from moving forward. But now we have Lackstar. He's going to look for the double. Can he get the dunk, though? Olympics going to cut him out off that backboard. Not going to allow Lackstar to get anything there and put on a second. And bumping plays are coming out when they rotate defensively there. Just you can see the game being heightened up here. Skilton from our prospect here to the Masters, and Friction, he will make it too.
Yeah, this rite of passage is going to be so difficult for the Kings as we see a 2-0 scoreline for the side of Alpha Force. 1 minute left on the clock, 30 seconds for one goal each to make this a draw and bring it to overtime. And right now, the Kings are starting to feel the pressure. The crown is starting to crack in this first game as Happy Meal is looking to push it up and finds it. He is loving it right now as he is able to secure the first. That's going to be huge for the Kings, but they've still got 2 more to go if they want to take this first one.
Oh man, break out the protractor because that angle was sick. Happy Meal gets the play to himself as well, looks for the double, gets it over 2 defenders. There were 2 very hasty defenders from Alpha Force who maybe could have been a tad more patient and waited for Happy Meal to get that shot. Now Dynasty Kings, they're on the scoreboard. Bigfoot up in the air. Olympics going to be able to poke this one out though. 1 goal separating these 2 teams as well. Lackstar, he's going to make it 3. Oh man, maybe the nail in the coffin for game 1. Let's see.
Yeah, that should be sealing the deal for game one. I'd be really surprised if Happy Meal, Olympic, and M were able to really push for this 2-goal draw. But really, 40 seconds left on the clock, and the kickoff is not going in the favor of AlphaForce as they're able to find another goal. Happy Meal has absolutely made a miraculous play. Now there's still only 30 seconds left on the clock. They need another one. They need more from Happy Meal.
Happy Meal's got that backpack on here, and he's throwing the team up as well. Olympic getting all the saves. 3. He's got that Guardian medal, that Savior medal right now for the Dynasty Kings. Well, Happy Meal looking for another one. Can he get the second shot? Oh, it's so close. Dynasty Kings almost with that equalizer as well. Happy Meal still fighting tooth and nail. Their tweaks. Can I do something with it? It has to go all the way back. Olympic being really decent in defense there. Again, we mentioned he's got those 3 saves though. Can we see Dynasty do something with this now? They first have to hold on to the ball. They can't because it's AlphaForce. Friction. He's going to try to find a second man. Tweaks though. Now it's time to dribble it the whole way over. Olympic pops it up. Happy Meal maybe gets the dunk. Is there another man? Do they have a fourth? They don't have a fourth. No one able to sink that one. Oh, close.
That was so close, but this rite of passage has been brutally demolished by the side of AlphaForce for game one. With a 3-2 scoreline, this is going to be a nail-biter of a series, I can tell already. And wow, everyone from both sides was contributing so well. I think Friction is definitely someone we should be highlighting for the impeccable defense we saw from AlphaForce, being able to contest nearly every ball, it felt like. And Laxstar being able to really secure, well, everyone was able to secure goals from the side of AlphaForce, actually.
Yep, no, it is a all kind of a full team effort there as well. I think with a few more seconds at the end there, we see Dynasty Kings maybe getting that goal in there. The beautiful pop-up from Olympic as well. Happy Meal with the read. He wants to get the dunk as well. But again, that defense very hot coming off from AlphaForce there, Skilton. Maybe 10, 15 more seconds, and who knows what would have transpired. But nonetheless, there it is. It's the win for AlphaForce. 3 more games. You mentioned Friction here, Skilton. Is he going to do it again?
Well, I'd love to see what both sides are able to do in these next 3 games, because, you know, we've always seen in these best of 4 like series games that anyone could just pull anything out of the hat.
Oh yeah.
And right now, you know, we saw the Kings on stream a couple weeks ago being able to secure that tie despite being a first game down. So, you know, this isn't something unexpected from the Kings, but right now it is essential they are at least able to draw it, because AlphaForce is able to make their mark in game 1. Game 2 is now live, and the ball is already so close to being scored once again from the side of AlphaForce. Thankfully, M is able to punt it onto the side of the AlphaForce territory, but Bigfoot is looking to make the mark. A nice denial by Olympic, but being pushed up once again. Laxstar is out of boost, so it's up to the rest of the team to push it up, and that is lining not into the goal, because Happy Meal is able to put the fries in the bag right there and secure the ball out of the goal. That being said, it is neck and neck. A minute already going down. It is felt so fast with this tempo from both teams.
Yeah, I almost saw that opening goal coming up from AlphaForce as well. Just that decent bump in the net, almost clinching them that very early goal here on Forbidden Temple. Nice little demo coming up from Bigfoot as well. Olympic's going to go up though. Gets bashed though from Friction. Okay, I've never seen bumps from the back like that before. So Friction just making sure Olympic not able to get any hands onto that ball as well. Laxstar almost getting the dunk. Gets a bit of a loose ball here. What can they do? Kings need to get rid of it as well. Olympic, we saw those 3 saves from game 1. Can he do more here? Tweaks though, running it upfield. Is it going to be loose for Tweaks? Can he snipe it in? Yes, he can.
Yeah, now the crown is really starting to glisten once again for the Kings, as that is a great angle found. Friction, you know, is the star defense, in my opinion, for the side of AlphaForce so far. Being able to, or missing that defense was really critical. And now the Kings are 1 up, 3 minutes 30 left on the clock. And Friction is going to be looking to make the first play here. Happy Meal eyes are all on him. This player has been able to land goal after goal last game. The series has been M so far, as M is pushing it right down the middle, but is contested in the ceiling by Bigfoot. It's a back and forth. Tennis is at play here because it is going from side to side. No one wants to create the opening that spells disaster. And Alpha Force has just been brutally forcing these opens, as once again Olympic is demoed out of the game temporarily, but it's still going to be contested. It's still not enough for Alpha Force, as it's denied by Happy Meal and M.
Yeah, they just need to try find that chink in the armor here as well. Can someone bring it down? Oh, Dynasty not able to get that third. Tweaks didn't come in from third man position. He needed to see, was there going to be a big counter attack here coming in from Alpha Force as well. Friction and Lagstar, the duo playing together. Oh, almost on that near post win there. Tweaks though, shuttling that out again as well. And Dynasty Kings, they're holding their own hand defense. I'll tell you that much. Skilton, they're not able to let any ball come past just yet as well. Well, let me not say that. Lagstar, he finds the equalizer.
Yeah, that was a little bit too soon there. As we
Too
see
soon.
The tiebreaker right there for Alpha Force. They were able to just punch straight through the defense there, as Kings have now been knocked off their crown once again. And they need to fight for it. This Royal Reckoning from Olympic is going to be pushing down the middle. They love this middle side of the pitch, as M is going to try and get some pressure, but is denied by Friction once again. He soars high, and so does Bigfoot, slamming down some more pressure. And Lagstar is going to be looking for an opening with no boost. It's up to the rest of the team to score the goal. Bigfoot gets the tap, but Happy Meal creates a bit of disruption. And Friction finds the back post. Is going to find an opportunity, but Happy Meal has denied it once again. He's denied it twice. And here's the counterplay. Friction is going to be able to maybe contest this, and doesn't find anything. And that could have been it for the Kings. They could have found the opportunity, but Alpha Force, they know how to punch and defend. Olympic, without boost in this corner, is really just going to be looking for a play for the rest of the team. Happy Meal now stepping in his absence, and he's looking for the solo play. Doesn't quite find it, but now Olympic is here to change the tide. The ball is scored for the side of the Kings. 2-1. M was able to seal the deal. And this is looking so
bump
good.
in place. That's it. Bump in place, right? Happy Meal tried to look for a double bump. Olympic got a bump when he got that pass off for Tweaks there as well. Dynasty Kings, they know exactly how to get rid of any pesky defenders there, Skilton, I'll tell you that much. And so we see all those bump in plays coming out from this team. They get the goal open here. They want to try get onto the scoreboard here against Alpha Force as well. A couple seconds remain here. They're only up by 1 though, and so Alpha Force, they need to do something with this. Bigfoot from his own corner. Lagstar, they fight in tooth and nail with his opposition. Tweaks will pick it up. The Tweaks playing so incredibly well there. We see him in the recent ones competition. It's open, it's free, it's Happy Meal. You get a toy with that one.
You certainly do. That is, you know, that's a beautiful just opening right there. And I'm really surprised. Alpha Force, you know, they're feeling the pressure. I know they've got to play aggressive, but leaving the goal that open, it's just going to be something the Kings will reign over. And Happy Meal, eyes are on him as he's looking to follow up this pressure from Olympic. Bigfoot going to be stepping up right now, but doesn't quite. He does actually find the tap needed to disrupt this offense. Lagstar going to be setting him up. Is it for success though? As 10 seconds are left on the clock and they need to score 2 goals. The Kings have royally ran through this game too. As 2 seconds left, ball's going to tap down, but they're going to keep the dream alive. The 0-second rule might just be it to score at least 1 more for Alpha Force. But they do not, as this disruption. Wait, Bigfoot is able to clinch it. Now it's off the ceiling. Happy Meal continues the 0-second rule, but it's going to be denied. And the Kings have made this 1-1 in this series. 2 games left to go, and I do not know who's going to win this now.
Oh, it's been a beautiful game, right? We've just seen superb Rocket League come on in front of us here. I mean, Dynasty Kings, they brought it back, right? They got those bump in plays, that did what they had to do. Olympic has been playing stellar stuff, kind of coming in from the 3rd man position. Either I got to make sure I'm back on D, I got to make sure I can get really clean passes out to my teammates and then look for a bump. It's been working, and Happy Meal. Wow, Happy Meal's everywhere. How do you stop this player?
I honestly don't know how you stop Happy Meal. I blink and Happy Meal is on the screen. I turn and Happy Meal is just ready to set up a goal from defense. This guy has been amazing so far this series. And I just have to also highlight how M has really stepped up in this game too. Because originally, you know, M was, I would say, quite passive on the pitch for game 1. And being able to turn that around in this second game is vital, because they need to at least draw this against Alpha Force. Because, again, we're talking about the 1 and 2 top spots here on the Masters bracket. It's everything for Alpha Force to play for, to brutally push through to the top spot. But the Kings are still reigning royally high.
Oh, yeah. I think Tweaks as well played incredibly well there. The 2 goals, I think the 3 saves, maybe the 1 assist, whatever it was. Stellar stuff there on the field from quite a young player as well. And I think when you're kind of learning from the likes of Olympic and Happy Meal, you just improve your game. And there it is. Happy Meal. He's going to open up our scoring for us.
Yeah, he really is pulling out the whole drive-through right now, as an initial kickoff goal is going to completely disrupt the tempo of Alpha Force. You know, we've seen them over-aggress in the previous game of the series, and I don't know how they're going to come back, because we've seen them lose momentum already. Scoring this early on is going to really disrupt the pace.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see, right? Dynasty Kings want to be able to score early, want to be able to try hold on to that lead with everything they have as well. Tweaks, again, coming in clutch when it matters the most, but Alpha Force with such a cracked unit on their side as well. Lackstar, Bigfoot, Friction, they've got the gumption, they can do it. What are we going to see coming out here from Lackstar? He's able to pick up that canister of boost though and immediately get cut out by Olympic, but Bigfoot able to run it up, gets Friction on the ball. Can they get a pass? A bit of a couple whiffs here coming out from Alpha Force, hopefully not too many nerves. Friction getting beaten up by Olympic. Happy Meal as well, the double commit. They want to try his land that second, and oh man, this offense here coming out from the Dynasty Kings. Tweaks though, trying to pop it in, but kids get kept out, sorry, there by Lackstar. Lackstar again, punting it forward. Happy Meal already cutting it out on the halfway line. The Dynasty Kings, they do not want you in their half.
Absolutely, the Kings have been royally guarding their goal and pushing it into the side of Alpha Force. The Force is feeling quite weak right now, as this displacement from the side of Alpha Force has been disrupted, as Lackstar is able to find the goal necessary to bring this even. The Kings are now, as I was just saying, were royally defending their goal. It's been shattered into pieces. So where do the Kings go from here? Where does Alpha Force go from here? Well, with 3 minutes 40 left on the clock, it is anyone to play for.
It's a loose one. Oh, man, and Alpha Force, well, your words weren't even cold there. Skilton and Alpha Force almost thought they were going to get a second there as well. Can we see them bringing it back as well? It's a nice little long shot down. Olympic, he makes the save as well. This man is godly at the back. Happy Meal running it up that left-hand flank. Beats out Lackstar. Can he beat out Friction? He cannot. Friction for Olympic. It's a bit of a loose ball. Lackstar almost allowing that one in. And Tweaks, though, on the other side of the field, though, wanting to try snipe that one home. Bigfoot, he gets a shot down. Happy Meal, though, puts a nice big body in the front of that net. And Friction wants to bring it down. Can he do so? Can Alpha Force muster something together to try put a second here on the scoreboard as well? But Dynasty Kings in that possession. Bigfoot going to hold on to his own here. Does he have a man in the midfield to pass down to Olympic, though? Already with that foresight just to cut out the play.
Yeah, and the foresight is really needed here, because the pressure is on the side of the King's guard. As Happy Meal was able to defend it, but the boost is not there to be able to provide the counter attack. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. The ball is bouncing onto the corner of the Kings. They're able to net it back. It's going to be collected by Bigfoot. Olympic chasing it back onto the side of Alpha Force, but they're collecting it once again in their corner. This pressure is on. Happy Meal is disrupted by Bigfoot once again. The presence is too big, and the ball is just slipping out the hands of Alpha Force right now as Tweaks is going to look to push it up. No one is there to play for, so they're going to be collecting it, looking to bring it to the other side of the pitch, but Happy Meal is able to push it into the corner. Olympic nearly had it, but it was disrupted once again. Blackstar being a key defense of the Alpha Force once again. And a bit of a mismatch, bit of an overcommit from the whole side of Alpha Force. They all wanted a touch of the ball. The rotation was a little bit off, but it's not going to disrupt the play as Kings weren't able to capitalize. But here it is, Tweaks pushing up. Olympic is out of boost, so whilst we've got eyes on him, we can't really make anything, but he's in the back line, ready for the rotation. Tweaks gets the setup. Happy Meal is not going to be able to find it. It bounces off the post again. A dramatic play with 1 minute left on the clock is still going to bring this to an even game on the pitch. Kings may have just lost their temper because that would have been so frustrating in this nail-biter game 3. This is to play for the tie at least. Olympic finds the dribble, but here we see all three of Alpha Force ready to contest, and contest they do as the ball is brought to the ceiling, and Tweaks is going to set up. Happy Meal now bringing it into the corner, and once again we are back onto the side of Alpha Force, and there we have it from Tweaks. 30 seconds left on the clock, and he finds the key point for the side of the Kings.
Absolute sniper shot there coming out as well. We just see that Olympic firstly had to beat Lagstar on the wall as well. Good challenge coming out there from Alpha Force. Olympic able to beat him, gets the ball down. Happy Meal, I think, as well, trying to just take that shot, though. Maybe not knowing that he did have Tweaks behind him, but Tweaks, though, coming in hot, gets that hot shot in the back of the net there as well. We don't see Bigfoot or Friction get that save there, Skilton. And so, what do we see here from Alpha Force as well? A potential loss of game 3. Oh, almost in for Olympic there again as well. Maybe Happy Meal just had to clear 1 or 2 guys out the way as well. Ball going downfield. Friction just has to get a pop over. But again, Olympic doing such good darn work at the back there just to keep it out. Maybe that little musty. It doesn't matter because they're your winners. Dynasty Kings that take game 3.
Absolutely. And there we have it. The Dynasty is going to stay at the top of the leaderboard, at least, with Alpha Force only being able to draw this. So it is confirmed now that the Kings are going to reign high, still at the top of the leaderboard. But Alpha Force, they still need to play for this point because Merrim in third is still chasing up on them. They are still behind, looking to get some more points. So if they do want to stay in the second spot, Alpha Force really need to bring the friction in. They need to start slamming down with Bigfoot and Lackstar to be able to bring this 4-game series to a tie.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? You're looking ahead of yourself and you're like, who do I beat to climb? At the same time, it's like, are you looking in the rear view mirror and you're seeing that DSQ are behind you and you do not want to get this Al here, Skilton, because you might get pipped there by Merrim, as you mentioned. And so heading to game 4 here, Dynasty Kings, they came out fighting and we didn't see kind of that real fire in the gut coming out from Alpha Force as well. Yeah, they did get that 1 goal, but it just seemed to be a lot of the Tweaks plays, the Olympic plays, though. He was everywhere. He was doing a lot of that grunt work there on the field, and that's what counts, right? Just making sure that either you bumping someone the hell out the way, you're getting really clean passes out to your teammates, and that's what the Kings were doing.
Yeah, the Kings really had some strong soldiers on the pitch here today, and here we see our final game of the series. Is Alpha Force going to be able to at least score the draw? Because right now the pressure is on in the rear view mirror as Merrim, if they are able to win 3 out of 4 of their games, they're going to be progressing and overlapping Alpha Force right now on the leaderboard. So they really need to at least get this point to be able to stay in that second spot. Meanwhile, the Kings are reigning royally high, but once again, this Merrim roster from DSQ is not far behind either. So 4 minutes 30 on the clock. Alpha Force need to make their play to land their crown still in second place as Friction gets the dribble. Going to be disrupted by Happy Meal, but it's still all to play for the side of Alpha Force. Denied once again by Olympic in this game 4. And the dribble is on. Kings want a bit of that goal instead. They're going to be making the counterplay, but it's denied once again. Friction has been holding the doors. And it's up to Olympic to be able to tap it over the head of Lackstar. Twix is going to be following behind. Olympic is now going neck and neck against the side of Alpha Force, but it's going to be denied. Bigfoot able to land the kick onto the side of the Kings, but it's going to be brought back once again for Tweaks. Corner is live. Oh wait, this is a goal for Friction. Alpha Force have scored the first goal of the final game of the series.
Oh, just unfortunate touch there from Olympic, right? So Lackstar doing a lot of that work, making sure that the ball could get around the corner for Friction as well. And Friction not the cleanest shot though, because it did come off Olympic. And Olympic though, in defense, that's a little bit too awkward to save. And so we do see Alpha Force getting our first goal lead here on Neo Tokyo. But that's all that matters, right? Try disrupt your opponents, try make them feel awkward, try get Olympic to bump that ball into your hands, and it worked out for Friction this time. So we do see Alpha Force up here by 1. Olympic though, he's angry, he's looking for those demos. He takes out Bigfoot. Tweaks, he's going to take it all the way downfield, doesn't get that ground fence, so cut up by Lackstar. Now Lackstar up with the play, he's going to try to get it out for Bigfoot. He does have a man. Boost management though, resources looking a bit scarce here on the side of Alpha Force. I think we saw both Lackstar and Bigfoot there almost on like 1/4 boost and not able to get out of their own half there at the moment as well. But Bigfoot, he's looking for a big shot though. Olympic with a big save.
Yeah, pressure's on here as the ball is tapped out. And once again, we see a demo on the pitch. Bigfoot has been slammed on. And now we see a nice dribble from Happy Meal, but he runs out of boost to continue the ceiling dribble. The ball is going to go in, and Lackstar finds the second goal for Alpha Force. This is so vital. Once again, we're talking about DSQ in the rear view mirror. They're playing against Velocity, the 8th seed of the bracket. So to assume that they'll be able to at least score 3 games out of 4 is second to none. They have everything to play for this match.
Yeah, two's gonna work, right? 2 on the scoreboard. Skilton is gonna be exactly where you want to be right now if you're Alpha Force. Olympic trying to get that shot. The Happy Meal on the receiving side, almost trying to poke in their first goal as well. Ball going all the way downfield. It's going back here into the Dynasty Kings half. Happy Meal slow down the play here. Hold on to the possession. Nice little pop over Bigfoot as well. Tweets though not able to get that ball, but good recovery again from Happy Meal. Gonna get it over 1, over 2. Someone's gonna look for this backboard shot here as well. Who's coming in hot? It's gonna be Olympic. It's gonna be Happy Meal. There it is. They find their first.
That is essential for the Kings if they do want to make that 3-game mark, that 3-game stamp onto Alpha Force. The rite of passage of this bracket, the people that won the last season. This is something that the Kings, if they want to reign at the top of this bracket, they need to defeat them. They need to show what they are made of. They need to show royalty. And right now, the Dynasty is looking strong as an open goal is found. Is Friction going to be able to deny it in time? Yes, he is. That was so close. 4 tweaks there, finding the opening, only to be denied. And off the backboard of the King's goal it goes. And the counterplay is now on. Friction able to collect the ball once again. This guy has been insane in the defense this series. Only for Happy Meal to step up, and Tweaks as they're pushing onto the side of Alpha Force. Bigfoot going to get the big stamp. Lackstar going to follow. Lackstar's been really known for his goals so far this series, but being able to get it onto the side of the Kings, not so much, as Tweaks is going to be doing it instead. Here's Olympic getting it off the corner onto the backboard, onto the other side of the corner. Happy Meal, what are you able to do with this? You need to draw still. 48 seconds left on the clock as he's pushing up. Olympic once again going to be going for take 500, it feels like. Happy Meal, is he able to find the fries? No, he's not. As Lackstar is going to be denying with 0 boost left. Happy Meal doesn't quite find the tap needed to redirect it into the goal. The 30 seconds. The pressure is on. Are Alpha Force going to be able to draw against the Kings? Are they going to write their passage as the demo goes off on friction, the key defense of the team? It's still going to be Lackstar going for the goal, only for it to be saved. 10 seconds left. Can the Kings find anything? The royal carpet is laid out. But 3 seconds, and it's going to be shoved onto the side of the Kings. The ball is still up. The 0-second rule is alive. But it's up to no. There we have it. Alpha Force drawing against the Kings. And that's a really respectable game or series from both sides. 2-1 as well. Such a nail biter.
Yeah, oh my, what an absolute stellar performance at the end coming up from Alpha Force, right? They were just fighting tooth and nail to try force this draw here. Skilton, they got the job done, right? They were not taking any L's today. Incredibly close. They're almost just at the end here. We did see Dynasty Kings, they almost fight back and keep it up. Tweaks in the box, in the goals, doing stellar work. Like, oh my goodness, what is this boy on, right? Because Tweaks held up that ball, made sure it was kept up, had the previous save as well. And so Dynasty Kings almost clinching the win here, but Alpha Force, you brought it back.
Yeah, absolutely. And Happy Meal had what I felt like was quite a few opportunities to be able to at least bring this to overtime. Unfortunately, just not quite finding it off the backboard in those critical moments against Critical Force. And, you know, Happy Meal, a great play, going to be drawing it for the Kings. And that's really going to be scary for both of these teams. I feel like it's a loss for both. As we see Happy Meal being the series MVP, they still will struggle to hold on to this first place dynasty if Merrim are going to be getting a 3-1 tonight. That's really going to put a spanner in the works on the bracket. And, you know, I believe Happy Meal still deserves an incredible performance for this series.
Yeah, made the 5 saves, got 9 goals or shots there. But nonetheless, right, so 2 wins apiece here coming up from both Alpha Force and Dynasty Kings. The 23 goals there, kind of big difference for the Dynasty Kings, though. But the saves here going towards Critical Force, right, they were just stopping all that peppering of the net they're coming out from the Kings. And man, oh man, what an absolute stellar game here we saw from the Master Tier. They do get the draw. Alpha Force will take it, right? They did not want to lose. As you mentioned, DSQ as well, sneaking up behind them. And so what will the majestic Grey One have to say about this?
Gentlemen, what a banger series. And it feels like a draw is the most obvious outcome, given how close these two teams are. It may become awkward later, as mentioned by Skilton, but banger. And Muzz Skilton, stellar job in the casting. Thanks for being here tonight. The good news is that you guys can now kick back, relax, and watch the rest of the series tonight from the comfort of wherever you are, because we'll have a new roster coming in very, very shortly. So peace out to you guys. And I want to give a shout out in chat to the follows, people who have joined us here at the RSC party. Tonight we have Forever 20 who followed, Dutch Boy Casts, and Games with Dills. Thanks for the welcome to the party. We're very pleased to have you. And then Alex DeFatek resubbing 8 months, which is excellent stuff. Pretty much from the start, Alex DeFatek has been in. And the battle for Mythic continues. So remember to get your games in there. There is a 10,000 Rand tournament that is going to be hosted for everyone who grinds. You may be invited. The minimum requirement is 50 games in the Mythic Challenge. Then you are eligible to be invited. So get that out there. We are still ahead by about 1,600 points. But those Call of Duty boys can be very, very sneaky. So keep grinding. Keep it going. We should win. We are now... Oh, well, there we go. That was the status, the standings as of about an hour and a half ago, maybe 2 hours ago. We are still ahead, but keep it going. Now, we are going to be having an interview, and we have asked to join us for the interview Happy Meal himself. So, Happy Meal, you come in. I don't know how you're feeling about the draw. A draw is not as bad as a lose, but it doesn't feel as lacquer as a win. But you are... Is the Happy Meal hearing okay?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, you're hearing okay. Okay. I mean, you got MVP, which is pretty good, but overall, happy with the draw, displeased with the draw?
I mean, I think like in terms of competitive, look at the two teams on paper. I think like it's a pretty evenly matched team. So in my opinion, the draw is, I don't know, fine. But a draw is maybe harder than a loss even. I don't know. It's
really?
a tough position. I mean, it's no one wins. No one comes out on top.
I mean, I guess it's weird. I guess from Critical Force's point of view, they came back to get the draw, whereas you guys were ahead, so you kind of gave up the lead to get the draw. So from that, I mean, if the roles were reversed, maybe you feel a little bit better about it.
I think they had to earn the tie, whereas like we could have won. They had no option besides to draw, so that was their best option. So for them, I'm sure this draw is like close to a win, but maybe for us it's close to a loss. But I think when you look at like, let's say you look at an undefeated season of any like sport, right? Does a draw count as part of an undefeated? I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. It
does actually count. If you draw your entire season, you go down as undefeated. Okay.
So it does count as being undefeated. All right. Well, look. I mean, we are. If you look at our history, our results, we are draw merchants. That's pretty much all we do. To be honest, is just tie. And, it's in this fashion generally too. Like we win the first two games and then we lose the next two. It's just how it is. It seems.
Now, the previous series was Prospect Tier, so that's at the opposite end of where you guys are, and talking to them about how, do they spend time as a team planning, scrimming, thinking about the game and so on. And at that level, I think there's a lot of excitement and interest in that sort of thing. With the Master Tier, it's kind of weird because you guys are... sort of higher in the game and sort of more comfortable with showing up and doing your thing, a deeper understanding of roles. With all of that said, is there any work or conversation or discussion with Dynasty Kings between league play?
I mean, not like outside of the matches, no. I'd say in the matches serious, like losing sucks, it's just how it is. I mean, we're all here to compete. So before, like, we don't put preparation for these games. Like, we don't scrim, we don't watch replays. Like, we just get into play, and like that's fine. Like, I'm happy to play that way. I think it offers a different kind of challenge, which is cool for me too. It's a pickup. It's, in my opinion, this is a very good example of like a pickup like league almost. Yes, it's like six mans, but slightly more evolved because you have time to play with these teams for a lot longer. But it's very similar. Like, it's very, very similar. We don't practice or play. Like, we just I mean, losing in like a not an honorable manner. Like if we lose through mistakes, that sucks. Like, you can hear the frustration in between players. If I miss a shot that should have been a goal and we lose that game, like I can feel that the team is frustrated with that. But in terms of like what the expectations are as a team, I mean, I don't have any. I just come and play. It's fun. It's a good time. Yes. And the challenge is for me is to how I can adapt playing with players I never play with. Like, that is that's why I sign up every season. I mean, it's because the challenge is unique to me, and it's very different to playing like traditionally in like a scrim or like an actual team environment. So yeah, we don't prepare though.
Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Well done. All commiserations, depending on how you're feeling about it. My last request to you as I say goodbye is please talk to Tweaks about his name. He's complicating all sorts of things here. On this, looked like your name was Thappy Meal, which... and at least it was better than what he did in the 1v1s. The name is slightly better, but go and have a word with the youngster about that. But Happy Meal, thank you for joining us and good luck in your 8 remaining games, 2 remaining series, and no doubt we will see you in playoffs.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.
Peace. All right, Happy Meal. a solid man to interview as always. Thank you for joining us. And now that brings us to Series 3 of the night. We stay in Master. So we've had Prospect, we've had the lowest tier, the highest tier. We stay with Master. Our next series is going to be Shadow Abyss versus the Professors. And for that, we have two brand new casters to bring us those series. But let's have a look at where we've come from. 3-1 to Tswana. Nicely done to them. Kings and Alpha Force, bang on, dead heat. And now we will see Abyss, Professors. And then finally, you will see Greybeard in action with the Jacks against the XP Climbers. And bringing us these final two series, we have Zektek and Rhino Casts. Rhino, Zektek, good afternoon. Good morning to you, Zektek, and good evening to you, Rhino.
Good evening, Greybeard. What a night we've had so far. Two very even games. Two games where you didn't really know which way it was going to go. We've got two more coming up for you to end this stream. The fixtures have been picked perfectly this week to make it very, very easy for our wonderful watchers to lose all of their channel points, which I imagine was the plan all along, Greybeard.
Ah, listen, there's a big stake here. There's a t-shirt for the top 3 channel pointers at the end of the season. But gentlemen, I'm going to leave it to you. Bring us these two big series.
Well, there we go. We are sticking in Master. It's Shadow Abyss taking on Professors and Zektek. I stole your thunder a little bit there as we were trying to work out who's coming in, but I will give you the chance to talk to us now. What a game we have here. 5 versus 7. Huge game in the context of the league.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, do or die time. We're getting to the end of the season, really settling who's going to be in those playoffs, really locking in. And I think this is one of those last chances for these teams to really push ahead, really step up and show that they deserve that spot in the playoffs. Or are they going to let it slip and miss out on their chance here? Now, we do see, of course, Alpha Force up there at number 2, Professors at 5, Abyss at 7. So, yeah, like you said, that 5-7 match right there in the middle, fighting for that middle of the pack, all tied up also with Nguni. So both these teams going to be seeing who actually separates from Nguni, who's going up, who's going down. And we'll just have to wait and see who's going to make it into that top bracket for playoffs. I mean, who do you think is going to take this one? I feel like it's going to be an excellent show match. Excellent showing. Professors, Bro and Shadow are always great teams to watch.
They are fantastic to watch, no doubt about that. And you can see there, they're both on 11 game wins across the league. It is a huge game in the context of both of these teams. The one thing neither of these teams want is a sweep. Doesn't matter which way you slice it, they do not want to get swept, because at that point, you are seriously looking at Struggle Town for the remaining 2 weeks. However, we can have a look at our individual teams here. It's going to be Kexi, Casper, Stingray, and Peanuts representing Shadow Abyss. And, I mean, they've won more series than Professors across the season so far. They just have also lost more, Zektek, which is where the problem comes. They're not able to draw those games.
Yeah, really that swing in results from the strong win to the strong loss. That's where you really got to come in and be like, okay, how to figure out that consistency? Because I think that's the biggest thing right now with this team. It seems like is they'll swing between some great series where they're locked in, they take them down, and then series where they just can't seem to pull it together, can't take it down, can't find their way through this opposing team. Versus here we have the Professors, Elia Kimza, Zany and Breezy with their other teammate Yoshi. Either way, this is going to be a fantastic team, and we see a little less on the win side, but also less on the lose side. It's those draws here. So, like, absolute consistency, it seems that Professors. Can they actually up their skill level, up their consistency? I think it's going to be the biggest thing here, and really show that they have that level above the others. I have to wait and see, will this be a good day for Shadow? Will they come out on top, or is this going to be one of their low points, and then the consistency of Professors is going to shine through?
Yeah, something else that always speaks to me when a team has quite a lot of draws is that it's not just a consistency standpoint, it is that mental standpoint. I can tell the Professors are mental kings in Master. We'll see if that comes through. It's Shadow Abyss versus Professors, game number 1 We are underway. Peanuts on the left-hand side will be cleared away by Eli. Picked up by Keksy. Chance for Peanuts round the corner. Cleared by Yoshi, who is filling in that substitute coming through for Abyss. And hang on a moment, it's Casper. With a week to go until Halloween, the friendly ghost comes back to haunt Professors. It's Abyss 1, Professors 0.
And that bump on the back line, opening things up. Both those teammates didn't realize that it was wide open. They let that ball go. And a massive shot. Abyss taking the first goal nice and early into this game. So now it's Professors. Gonna try up some defense. Now, Keksy gonna pop that one out. Great job here. And you can't get confused. As a colorblind man myself, this black and this dark red look very similar. But that's A-OK. We're gonna still keep it going. Professors are the ones in red, Abyss in the black. Yoshi up over top to the backboard. Here is Keksy. Can't quite get it to a teammate yet, though, as Casper tries to tap it to somebody. Cleared up by Zany.
There's going to be a chance here. Yoshi, big clearance, but Keksy moves it back inside now, looking for the strike, and it's Keksy to double the lead for Shadow Abyss. And the team that are technically the lower ranked going into this one, they are 2-0 up inside a minute. And Zek, it's clear to see that Shadow Abyss have come to play tonight.
That they have a strong 2-goal lead in the first minute here. So, I mean, now Professors got to step up. They're starting from behind. But can they kick up the speed, kick up the pace? That's one beat. Last man here, Yoshi, you're trying it off for a teammate. Eli almost gets beat, but it's a touch there. So we catch going to leave it for Peanuts. He's going to go in here, looking for a dunk off the post. It goes, but Keksy working with Peanuts to keep it on the red side of the field.
Yoshi, big clearance. Zany to collect off the back of Eli. You would think top right-hand corner will be cleared away by Shadow again. Keksy trying to be the bulldozer, but not going to work on this occasion. Professor's able to clear that one away. Eli take this one inside. Keksy plays the 50 wonderfully. Yoshi will be there with the clearance as well. And now the game has started to settle a bit. Both teams able to get some bonnet on ball. And with 3 minutes left on the clock, there's still time for Professors to get back into this one, but they need to start gaining some momentum and, more importantly, some pressure.
Zany to be beat by Keksy there. Now Professors across their own back line, trying to control this to get it out. A bump, though. Casper will happily take that man off the ball. Peanuts around to the far side, and Abyss are just absolutely punishing here as Eli barely makes that save on that shot, but it's still dangerous here. Will clear out. A pop downfield. Professors do get out of their own half, but man, Abyss are just looking good here. Looking for a passing play. The tap up and over. It's past the last man. Keksy puts it in.
Keksy finishes, and that is exceptional. What a play. I think Keksy pre-jumps that as well. Came in from deep. And Abyss 3-0 up. 2 goals at the hands of Keksy. And 1 from Casper, obviously, to kick things off. Professors not really got things rolling so far. It's got to be Peanuts looking for one more. The team hat trick won't come through yet. But continuously bearing down on the Professors' goals. Shadow Abyss are making a huge statement. Hang on a minute. That ball's not going to cross. Cleared away by Keksy. And just when Professors needed that little bit of luck, that little bit of something, they can't find it, Zach.
Can't quite get that starter. So close. I mean, you got to be kicking yourself for that one. Bouncing on the goal line there as it went off that crossbar. Now they have an opportunity to press here in the midfield. Some boost to work with as Zany goes to the sidewall looking for the read. And let it go center, but 2 are up as it's met. Yoshi here to put it towards backboard corner center. Anyone fall for the shot? It's wide open. They put it in. Eli gets it on the board for Professors.
Now, I was very, very concerned that this game, number 1, was going to be a complete washout, but the Professors answer back. They get a goal, and now there's a conversation to be had about the remaining minute and 37 seconds. This is only game 1 of 4, folks, so plenty more Rocket League to be played in this series, but Professors now have a little bit of momentum. They have something to show for their work here in game number 1, but they need more. They need to be able to at least get a second. Oh my goodness, what a save from Eli. No boost, no problem. Peanuts into the middle, cleared away by Yoshi. Keksy will go by, looks for the bump. It's an open net. Can Yoshi find it? Bottom left needs to be found. Oh, he's taken it inside. He's flicked it past the Abyss player, and that there might just lose Professors the game. Shadow capitalized, counter-attack, and Zektek, Yoshi had it in the palm of his hand.
In the palm of his hand, but no boost to slap that one home. Try to get a little fancy with the man on the back line. We should have just slammed it in. Opportunity gone by the wayside, and only 66 seconds left on the clock, down by 3. They got to score every 20 seconds. This is going to be so hard to do. I mean, absolutely possible here as they throw it to the backboard, but so much boost in the hands of Abyss. They just can't be beat or taken off of this ball. They're happy to just wait here. Throw Professors off their groove, keep that ball going. And is, oh my goodness, Eli with the redirect to put it in.
What a finish that is. Let's just watch this for a second. The pinch came through. Eli's first to respond. No boost again at the end of his jump. Doesn't make a difference. Finish as Professors maybe just about to start teaching Shadow a lesson on hubris. It's going to be Casper up the left-hand side, trying to get this one moving forwards. Fakes out the Musty. Eli goes low. Doesn't quite get the 50. Oh, it's a redirect onto the backboard. Yoshi can't find it. Eli doesn't get there either. It's awkward in the backlines. Ball onto the sidewall. Keksy will be up first off the ceiling. Second touch. Good save from Eli. But 20 seconds to go, Zektek. I just think it's a bridge too far for Professors this game.
The boost control just isn't there for them, so they just can't make these plays happen. They're coming up short, can't get the touches they want. It's going to fly to the side, and it will just about do it. They might get one to go for the road, but it won't be enough. That is it. Abyss take game number 1 with a solid 4-2 goal line.
Yeah, it was a great showing from Shadow. They looked pretty much in control for most of the game. We'll see exactly by how much in this graphic. There you go, 55% field domination to Shadow. They were the ones who were pressing the advantage most of the time, but you look at most of those other statistics, they do go in favor of the Abyss side. But Zektek, not so much that I would suggest there is a gulf between these two teams. There's definitely a chance for Professors to come back if they can find the gaps that Shadow Abyss are allowing.
We saw that there was those gaps. We saw the redirect in for the goal and opportunities with no defenders back, but they did get some of theirs into the net, but Professors just couldn't quite keep it together in that midfield, getting beat on a lot of plays and worked around. Zero boost on the defensive, which I think is what really bit them and prevented them from really keeping this goal line, this score line down a bit lower. So if they can really control that boost, maybe be a bit more efficient with their plays and their movement, they can absolutely take this to Abyss. It is not a huge blood of a game, honestly. Near that back end, I feel like it was much closer. They had a better idea of what they were doing, locking it in. So I think Abyss, they have to watch out for game number 2. I think Professors might be coming back.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance of that. Professors, they obviously were the higher seed going into this game. 3 draws on the season got them to that point. But these two teams, we've seen it in game 1, we've seen it across the season, are very evenly matched, very, very close between them. Casper going to look to score another goal early on in this game. He's not going to find it this time. And it's Zany who Breezy is coming in for Professors. Yoshi has been subbed out. What will that change? Let's find out.
Substitution, make things fresh, perhaps. A little bit of that mental game, but Keksy says, I don't care who you bring in, I'll put it in right inside that post there. Once again, Abyss starting off the scoring within the first minute. Oh, just a little miss on the defensive end. Everyone's sort of rushing across the goal line there. No one can find the right touch, and Professors let another one in.
Yeah, Abyss score first once again in this series. It's going to be a ball across. Zany will collect. Eli gets one bump, looking for another. Eli fakes out the... Oh my goodness, Breezy! Coming through, but that one is all credited to the assist. Zany doing insane things off the backboard, out of reach of Keksy. And Professors right back in it, 1-1.
Beautiful flick, great control. Also the bump attempts on the back when they're to open things up. They're making it awkward for Abyss. But now Abyss, the counterattack, and Casper will happily take that one home, take their lead back and say, yeah, sure, we'll just get it around you with our own flick, and no one will be home.
And no one is home, and that is a big problem for the Professors. They really needed not to concede a kickoff goal. They had the momentum, they had things moving forward. Zany just hit a crazy play, and maybe he's going to hit another one. No, this one cleared away by Peanuts. Might be picked up by Casper. No, Breezy there instead. Zany put it back towards Eli. Hecky tries to read it. Ball in the corner. Peanuts looking for this one here. Breezy gets by. Now looking to play the 50 with Hecky. Can't do so. Zany can't get the clearance either. Hecky now just has to find the pass. Oh, he gets around it. Casper reversing. Good save by Zany to keep the scoreline at 2-1. That was very, very messy in front of Bro's goal, but they survived.
Messy, but it works. Just keeping it out. Now Zany full boost to get around the last man. Not going to happen yet. A shot just off target, so Hecky is there. I'm trying to bring it around. Breezy puts it center for Zany. Backward double tap, perhaps. No, Hecky again. Great control there. The air dribble out of their own back line. But now an opportunity. A little fake turn. No one's in net, but they do get back to play defense. To commit, though. Can they get anything on target? They see a little bit of momentum, but Casper knocks that one away. Back towards center again. Across, but Breezy can't get it. They don't have the boost to follow it up.
Casper down the other end, backboard, cleared away by Zany for the moment. But Hecky is always there to collect. Tries to get a little bit of a pass back, I think. Not going to be found. Eli down the right-hand side. It's a challenge. Hecky gets in front, gets past Zany. Breezy is equal to it. Now trying to get the 50, not going to do so. Eli collects it in the corner. Goes a little bit beyond the ball, does get a second touch, but it's not on target. Team bumps are in. Casper, reset, goes low, cleared away by Breezy. Has to beat the only man back, and quite going to be able to do so cleanly. So 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. Abyss, a little bit of a less convincing lead at this time in the game than they saw in game number 1, Zektek, and I wonder if that's going to start weighing on their mind.
I think so. As we see a double tap from Zany, set up by Breezy. They had control downfield. They had the boost. They used it to perfection, and Zany's not going to let that one go by the wayside. Double tap Demon as he puts that one in to tie themselves up.
What a finish. Professors, they equalized early, and then they lost that kickoff goal. They are now back all square with 2 minutes left on the clock. Abyss are trying to lock in that guaranteed draw. The Professors are doing everything in their power to avoid it. Now ball into the middle. Hecky's gonna go by, and oh my goodness, that one almost sneaks in. It's gonna be Casper, not challenging. Breezy down the left. Hecky into the middle, will only go to a Professor's car. My God, Eli, don't really know what he was trying there, but I love it. Get a nice reset from Zany. Cleared away by Abyss for the moment. Eli pops it up. This is good pressure from Professors. As now Zany tries to get the pass down to Breezy. Open net. Oh my goodness, off the crossbar. Professors so close to taking the lead. They just can't make it stick yet, and they still can't double commit on the goal line from Abyss. They're hanging on with a minute to go.
Just trying to get something on target. They got to do a little bit more to open up that back line, as it just seems like Abyss is doing so well. Keep always 1-2 players on that back line to knock it away. Now Hecky here. We're going to pop it out perhaps. One player attacking. Breezy is there, but again, the defender is just always there for Abyss. Professors just can't find an opening right now. The armor has been closed, and Casper will strike the sword.
Wow. A clinical counter-attack from Shadow Abyss. And that bump from Peanuts may well have been the key to finding the third goal for Shadow and maybe wrapping this game up. Of course, a 1-goal lead is never safe in Rocket League, not even at 0 seconds. Eli gets past one. Casper is equal to it. Will try and follow that clearance. Does so out to midway. Peanuts comes through. Breezy wins the 50. Gets it inside Hecky as well. But Casper has a double chance attempt. Oh, it goes wide. Great save from Zany, but there's still a chance in the corner. Hecky can't find the angle. Ball in now. Casper looking for this one. Trying to turn, and this would really put the dagger into the heart of Brofessors. Peanuts goes by. One final chance for Brofessors. They boom it downfield. Keksy into the corner. Ball finds its way inside, and it's Shadow Abyss who will guaranteed walk away from this series with a minimum of a draw.
And Professors just again struggled that game to control any boosts at the end there. They just, as a team, did not have 100 boosts to their names. Shadow is doing a great job to control that boost, steal it on rotation, get some demos, get some bumps, make it so awkward for Professors to get any sort of momentum or control. And we see it here, a 3-2 game, a bit closer than last. So Professors, they are stepping up. We are seeing good goals, and they execute amazingly when they have the boost to use. It's just the fact that they are not being given it by Abyss, and so then they are struggling to make anything happen on the offensive, to really have any good goals or shots on target. And Abyss, man, their defensive rotation is just locked in right now.
It's so good. I mean, you can see some 50-50 stats there. Field domination and shots, actually. Both teams having the same number of shots, which I find fascinating. I thought Shadow certainly dominated the first half of that game, but Professors really started to come back into it, and they looked really good doing it. I was super, super impressed, and I think I spoke about it before the series even started. Professors are clearly mental machines. They know how to stay in series. They know how to stay in games. They're one goal away from getting a result in that last game, and Zectech, they've just got to push that further. They've just got to at least get to that overtime where they can find that ice, where they can find those plays among themselves and maybe get themselves on the board here.
A strong kickoff, but Breezy's pushing downfield with no boost, so it's Peanuts to break away. Keksy now for Peanuts, almost gets a touch there. It's a big attack from Casper. Breezy's got to make it on the back line, but gets removed from the field, so it's Eli, second teammate removed. And Professors are already struggling to keep players on the field and control their own boost.
Keksy goes through there. Let's see how this one happened. Peanuts just pops it up. Keksy comes through. Absolute laser from the angle. Nothing that could be done about that one. Yoshi has been subbed back in to replace Zany. Professors trying to conjure something up, trying to get the formula absolutely correct. And every single game so far in this series, they've been met with a huge response from Shadow. 1-0 they've led in all 3 games so far, maybe 2 there. Breezy going to try and get by. Does do so. Now going to try and find the pass inside off the crossbar. Breezy close to opening up for Professors. Not going to find it yet.
And Professors being caught awkward there. Can't find a way to close out on the shot opportunities. Yoshi's up. They've got some boost to work with for Professors. They try to bring this one around, but they just burnt out of it getting downfield. Now Breezy on full. Shoots on an open net. Breezy puts it in. Keksy can't stop it.
May hear me cheer for Professor's goals, and that's just because I'm English, right? We root for the underdog at this point, and being 2 games down, they are definitely the underdog in this one. I want to see some fight back from the Professors. I want to see them get angry at the fact that they're 2 goals down to a team that they should be pretty even with in the league. They are exactly the same game wins and losses. They just need to find that killing edge, that cutting edge. And at the moment, they've been unable to find it. Eli may be looking for it off the crossbar. Surely not another one going by for Professors. It will be cleared away by Shadow Abyss. And Zectech, too many of those in this series have gone against Professors.
Just can't seem to close it out right now. An opportunity for Yoshi here. Has some boost, trying to get center. Our teammate does dive in, but that's everybody. They've overcommitted, trying to look for that attack, but the attack is too high. The counterattack. Everyone for Abyss went. They thought they had it in the bag, but they took it too high. They didn't realize they had the open net, and Professor capitalized on the overconfidence.
You don't need boost when you've got a counter-attack, and they've pushed 3 men forwards. That is Professors in the lead for what I believe is the first time this series. 2-1, and they cannot throw it away off a kickoff. It will be cleared by Breezy. He now looks for this one down the left-hand side, cleared by Keksy for the moment. Yoshi goes by. Eli to Yoshi. Nice passing play from Professors, but it will be cleared by Peanuts. And now maybe the redirect. It's not on target. It will be picked up by Peanuts, cleared away by Eli for the moment. Keksy into the corner, looking for more, cleared away by Yoshi, but now it's Casper. In the air, has 3 Professors players to beat. Gets past 1, gets past 2, it's hit the post. Oh, it's not going to go over, it's hit the crossbar. And maybe we've seen the way that it starts, the pendulum starts swinging back into the favor of Professors. Shadow Abyss looks like they can't buy a goal.
Just struggling right now. And it does seem like maybe they got overconfident after those first 2 games, after getting these first goals in a lot of these games. But now they're double committing. They just can't seem to find it. They're overcommitting. And a massive 50 there. A pop high, trying to drive this one home. Oh no, is there an overcommit by Professors? It is! Peanuts puts it in, and the touch was almost there on the save. But Abyss will tie it up.
Yoshi just twisting left when he should have twisted right, and not going to be able to get anything on that ball. Shadow Abyss, they fight back. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Hang on a moment. Kickoff goal could be imminent. Peanuts won't be able to get that one on target. Now it's going to be cleared by Eli. Down the left, gets past another. No one's back. Eli surely has the goal to send Professors back into the lead. And you said it best, Shadow Abyss. A little bit complacent, a little bit overconfident, leaving their goal exposed. And Professors take advantage, 3-2.
Here it is, Professor's opportunity. Still a decent time on the clock. You've seen them get these breakaway plays. Oh, almost got that bump there. Eli has to get this touch. The shot for Peanuts is there, and they've tied it up. It is a shootout this game. Back and forth we go. Which way does the pendulum swing? Right now it's for Abyss, but if everyone will be Professors within mere seconds.
Yeah, Peanuts there to mop that one up. And every time Professors feel like they're getting an advantage, feel like they're getting momentum in their favor, it just doesn't come to pass. It's going to be cleared here by Peanuts. Now, down the right-hand side, gets a flick, looking for a teammate maybe. Going to leave that one to Keksy. Does get a bump inside from deep. It's Casper. It's on target. It's a goal. Shadow Abyss take the lead 4-3. As Casper comes through, gets all 4 wheels on there, doesn't even need the reset though. Ball finds its home, and that is going to be 4-3.
Abyss right now doing so well to use their momentum to have those lead blockers, those boost steals, and man, just really capitalizing on it, following each other up. As we see Professors right now looking for some good shot opportunities. A demo and a bump almost coming in. The dunk almost worked out, but didn't quite happen. Breezy now pushing, but he can't get past Casper, who's going towards center. Defender is back, but it pops out for the attacker. Across goes Breezy and Eli. Breezy will take the boost, so Eli's got nothing to work with here. Yoshi's got to go up for this one. Runs out of boost, though, so it is all in the favor of Abyss here. They've got the shot, it's just over the crossbar.
Cleared by Yoshi here, touchdown now. Eli taking this one forward, gets pumped out of his mind. 30 seconds left for Professors to try and get something going. In this game number 3, they fought so hard, tooth and nail. Been undone by some fantastic shadow plays. That's a lovely 50 as well. Casper backboard. Hecky will turn, looks for the shot, and that's game done. Shadow 5, Professors 3, and it will be Shadow to take the series victory and stake their claim towards play-ins coming up very, very shortly. Of course, 2 more weeks until that time, but 3 wins at a minimum here, Zectech, is so good for Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, the consistency of Professors is good, but now when you can step up to the ability and skill of your opponents, we see Abyss here. They were on their A game today. They stepped up and they took the victory. Getting up and above that consistency, it is time for Shadow Esports to step it up into the playoffs.
Yeah, and of course, this is RSC. We will be playing all 4 games. So whatever happens, I've got to say, though, Professors, they need to win this next game. There's nothing really more to be said about it. I mean, 11 shots from Professors to the 12 of Shadow. It was an attacking game from both sides. But in the end, Professors, Zektek, I don't know if you agree, it just felt like they ran out of steam towards the end of that game.
I have to agree with you. It just felt like Abyss just kept their momentum, kept their energy going, while Professors just struggled, seemed disheartened by all the times that their goals were almost immediately answered by Abyss, seeming like their efforts were for naught, while Abyss just saw the momentum going and continuing and pressuring. And so I think that mentality game out of Abyss was just there, locked in, while Professors just let it slip and let that game go.
Yeah, it seems to be the case, but every game matters here in the RSC. And so I hope that Professors are not disheartened by what's happened so far. They still need to give everything that they have in this game number 4, try to get that victory, try to cement their place in the play-in spots. They can do that with a victory here, but it's going to be against a Shadow Abyss side who, it has to be said, Zektek, have been pretty excellent tonight.
They have looked really good. Some great passes, some great plays, good demos. I think that physical game has honestly been one of the edges and advantages that they have had that's put them up in this series. As we see here, some good 50s coming across. Ooh, a great block there. Taking that boost is now Zany coming around. Can't get it though, as that one's knocked away. A bump there to open things up, but it's just for Hecky to control. Look for the side wall here. Zany gonna challenge there. For a back wall, perhaps the touch just isn't quite there. So Shadow Abyss able to break away. No one's home, but it's off the post.
Maybe that's Abyss just getting a little bit overconfident. Ball gonna be sent away by Breezy, and we have just had an absolutely massive raid from Rival Rush. Thank you so much for joining us here in RSC SSA tonight. If you have just joined us, you are watching some Master Tier action. It's Shadow Abyss versus Professors. 7 plays 5, and at the moment, Seed 7 is beating Seed number 5 as Abyss are 3-0 up in the series. But as per usual in the RSC, we play all 4 games, and this is why Professors on the board in game number 4. They get this game victory. They are still in with a shot of play-ins. 2 weeks left, of course, to determine that. But every game matters. Professors know that, and they have taken the lead 1-0.
I think this is the first game where Professors have opened the scoring for the game. Most of this series, it has been Abyss who has been on top of it to open things up first. A flick center for the pass. Looking to maybe drop it for a teammate, but no. Someone is there for Professors to lock that one down. Peanut's looking for some sort of pass perhaps, or either on a defender, but can't quite happen there as Abyss move downfield. It's like Professors move downfield. Abyss looking to get out of their own half. It's going back and forth here with a backboard, but Zany gets it towards the center. Might be a little dangerous, but a big flick will put it downfield.
Yeah, it's going to be a ball inside. It's oh my goodness, off the crossbar. Professors knocking on the door as they try to extend their lead. They have never in this series been 2 goals ahead. They have been a goal ahead, but they have never been 2, as it's now going to be a pinch between Yoshi and Zany. Yoshi on the left gets the reset, tries to get this one. It's off the backboard. Peanut's not going to get there, but it's not on target. Professors with half of the game left. They do need to extend this lead. It is just, unfortunately, not dropping for them right now. Breezy down the right-hand side, off the right wall. Caught by Casper. Ball off the side wall again. And I cannot tell you how important this game is for Professors. I've been saying that for a while, but it's also important for Abyss. If they are able to sweep Professors tonight, which is still a possibility with 2 minutes left on the clock, then it's almost certain Abyss won't really be a concern going into those play-in spots. Abyss are going to really struggle to lose their place. Of course, it's still mathematically possible, but a 4-0 victory like this would be so crucial for them. Professors making it hard, maybe looking for a second. It's a double commit on the goal line, sent clear by Keksi, and Abyss looking to try and get that equalizer.
Hopping it high, but just no one there. Professors, they just picked up the pace and the boost control here. A shot off the sidewall. It's on target, but just blocked away by Zany. The rocket denied. Off to the side here. A turn, a shot off the post. The block is there. And Professors have locked down that back end as Zany goes across here to control. Hecky challenges Peanuts at the tap center, but just can't quite find a teammate to put it on target. As Casper, the friendly ghost, can't quite get it to anybody. And it looks like the friendship just isn't quite united right now. As Professors maintain the defensive line, Peanuts to the backboard. But again, Zany just doing an excellent job to clear that one away and just take away every opportunity.
Yeah, it's a Shadow Esports onslaught, but hang on a moment. The counter from Professors won't come through. Kexi looking to pop this one up. Peanuts is coming in from deep. Will take advantage. Cleared away for the moment by Yoshi. Demo on the goal line could lead to something. Casper doesn't beat Breezy. There's an open net, but a demo comes through again. 30 seconds. Shadow Abyss, they want this victory. They have been seriously trying to get it for the last, I would say, 2 minutes or so. Casper looking for a teammate. Doesn't get a second touch. 2 go by there. Cleared away by Breezy. 18 seconds, Zek, and Professors maybe will walk away from this game with a dub after all.
Oh, the pass there, though. It's off the crossbar. Oh, my goodness. That was the opportunity. It was a perfect pass. But now, still on the goal line. We hit 0 seconds. Can they get a pass here? It's center. No, it's blocked. Professors take one to their name. And Shadow Esports do not get the sweep. They are denied.
That was a hard-fought final minute. Shadow absolutely just tried to knock their house down. They threw everything possible at Professors, and the defensive line stood tall. I have never really seen an end to a game quite like that one. Shadow Abyss tried super hard to get that one, but Professors do not walk away from tonight empty-handed. And that means that rather than being 4 games behind Abyss, they are now only 2 game wins behind Abyss in the table, which is huge for the context of the final few weeks. And I can bet you that UnitOx and Goonie are also sat there very thankful for what has happened tonight.
Yeah, that one in the middle of the pack there. So glad that it didn't become a massive gap from the next team up. Man, that's got to be such, a tough break for Professors, not being able to get the draw or, extra game there. But, man, Shadow Esports, they looked great this series. Real tough they couldn't close it out on that last one. But we have Kexi here, our MVP for the series. 6 goals for 8 shots, 75% shooting accuracy is absolutely insane. 3 assists, 4 saves, and 4 demos. Kexi, like I was gonna say, is like the MVP striker for tonight, making things happen for Shadow Esports. Abyss, I mean, they really owe a lot of their scoring over to it. And he said he scored half of their goals. Shadow Esports scored 12 total, and it was 6 of them were all Kexi.
Yeah, Kexi really showed up tonight, absolutely. And something that we also touched on throughout the game there, you can see, and I really want to highlight it, that boost consumption, almost 4,000 less for Professors across the series. It was very imminent, it was very prominent, that Shadow Esports were much better at getting boost and utilizing it. And that's a point that you made a lot, Zek. Professors maybe need to have a look at that during this VOD and start to work on that going into the final few weeks, because if they can start utilizing that boost a bit better, it's going to look so good for them.
Yeah, that boost is a critical part of gameplay. Controlling it, maximizing it for your own efficiency, and keeping it to your team away from the opponents is huge. But of course, man, what a victory. We'll bring in Graybeard here. Graybeard, man, how did you feel about that series? What a showing out of Abyss.
Man, it's a really rough one for Professors, who've had an interesting season because they're middle of the table, but they have only had 1 series victory. They've been getting a lot of draws. But on the other hand, Shadow Abyss, similar to UnitOx, sort of having a late run, late in the season, making a run for making a run for the top of the table. And before tonight, there was a 3-way tie in Master, places 5, 6, and 7. And Abyss have done themselves a huge favor with that result tonight. So let's chat more about it with Wee Casper.
How's it going, Greybeard?
Yo, Casper, it feels like it's been a very, very long time since I've had you in an interview.
It has been a very long time, I think since 2022 RLCS, maybe.
Is it that long ago? Oh my word, we've both gotten older since that time. So what's happening? You guys had a rough start to the season, but you guys have put yourselves well into, at the very least, play-ins contention, and maybe with 8 more games to play, 2 more series, a shot at the top there. I don't know if that's statistically possible, but you got to be feeling a lot better now than earlier in the season.
Well, I think, the start of the season, new team, it's getting the dynamic right. Obviously, we had Hecky not play 1 or 2 games, as he's our very strong player in the roster, and then having the sub come in and play, which he's a great player, but I think also bouncing between the different rosters and like changing up players, it was a struggle. But when we got our footing playing with the 3 of us now, it started skyrocketing from last week winning 4-0 now to this week winning 3-1.
And tell me a bit about Peanuts, because he's not a player I'm very familiar with. In fact, I only just recognized him as a player today, if that makes sense. I saw him and was like, oh, who's this Peanuts guy? Now I see he's playing for you and doing pretty good out there. So tell me a little bit about Peanuts.
So Peanut apparently has been playing since when I started, 2018. Obviously he didn't know about the scene and has just obviously been playing throughout the years, and then found RCS and started playing. And then I think he was signed to Abyss, Shadow last season as well, but not too sure. But he's a great player, so very happy to have him as a teammate, and he's a lot of fun to hang out with and chat with.
Nice. And with 2 more series to go, what would you consider a success for the season for Abyss?
Obviously, Abyss, we want to win the whole thing, but you've got to do it at 1 game at a time, 1 series at a time. So for now, we just want to get into playoffs and go from there.
Nice. And last question, which I tend to ask, do you guys spend much time talking strategically about what you're doing, or is it similar to what Happy Meal said, you guys show up and play the game?
So yeah, we just show up and play. Obviously, we get into Discord maybe 10-15 minutes before the game, talk a lot of nonsense. We've got our pre-game rituals, which we won't disclose because it's that's quite funny. But so that was one of them, and I think Greybeard, I have my pre-game ritual, which I think everyone knows. So that's one of them, and then we just talk nonsense between each other, and then get in and play and just joke around and play.
Well, brilliant. I'm very happy to see that you're having some latent success. I know it must, it is frustrating when you're sort of not playing at to one's potential, and I certainly felt as a roster you should have been doing a lot better, but now you're sort of into the mid tier of the table, and with 2 series left can certainly make a run for a higher finish. So we'll be watching. You got 2 weeks of league play left, 8 games, 2 series, and good luck, and hopefully this is not the last time we see you on stream.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Greybeard. Thank you for having us on stream again, and it was a pleasure. And then we'll see you in the next weeks.
Outstanding. Peace, Casper. See you soon.
Cheers, Greybeard.
And there you go. We are 3 series down, 1 more to go, and we have saved the highlight of the night for the last series on stream. We go to Rival. It is Dynasty versus XP, the Jacks versus the Climbers, and Zektek, Rhino, I'm out of here because I'm playing in this game. So over to you guys. Bye!
To paraphrase KSI, from the screen to the arena will Greybeard go, as we get to enjoy watching him take on XP Climbers. And Zektek, I don't know about you, but I think this is going to be a personal career highlight for me, casting Greybeard on the pitch.
I think it's been an absolute blast. You know, Greybeard, of course, being someone in the scene that we all know and love. Great player, I'm sure, as well. So can't wait to see him on the pitch. I mean, rival games, I feel like, are just so much fun because you never know what's going to happen. You know, we're going to see some flip resets, some double taps, or it's going to be an absolute demo fest. Who knows?
I think with Greybeard on the field, there may be a few demos without question. But let's take a look at the rosters that we have, or we could have a look at the table to start with. That's absolutely the first step, as it's Jax there. You see them third place. If they get a sweep tonight, they will have locked in play-ins as a minimum. A 4-0 for Jax tonight. They will have locked in those play-ins. However, of course, XP Climbers have a little bit more work to do. Even with a sweep tonight, they can still technically be caught by Gelfi. So there is a lot on the line in this game, as obviously Jax are also trying to catch the two above them. Viola having a fantastic season. Prolific going very well as well. Zektek, does it add a little bit of energy to the team when there is that moment of, guys, we could lock in postseason tonight?
Absolutely. I think this is a great opportunity for all these players to really feel the energy, feel the excitement of, like, this could be it. This could be all we need to lock in some playoff action. And I think it is going to be absolutely fantastic here. You know, we got our Jax Complex, Greybeard, Ender, and Stacy Jax showing up today, looking to play out and perform. Super excited for this. You know, higher rated. This is the number 3 team. So they have, you know, the higher win-loss record. You know, 3 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Nice 3-2-1. Very nice, you know, little looking thing there. But of course, you know, you just got to see where's it's going to come out. A sweep, like you said, could be all they need to just get those over that crest into those play-ins.
Yeah, for sure. And here you can see the XP Climbers team of No Maiden, AAOKY, Ace, and Durability. They have the same number of series victories as the Jax. They just have 1 fewer draw and 1 extra loss to their name. Very, very close between these two teams. Only 1 game victory separates them in the table. And Zektek, again, I mentioned it when we joined the stream tonight. We have found some incredibly close matchups for stream to watch tonight. This one is no different. It really could go either way.
And that's what you love to see. I think we're going to see an absolutely fantastic game, a clash of play styles, a clash of players and teams. But right now, we've got game number 1 on your screen, 5 minutes on the clock. And here we go. Climbers with the first attack here, moving downfield towards target, but it's Greybeard to blast that one away over another player here. Gonna get center for somebody, put it on target, but the pinch off the post will clear it away.
Yeah, it's gonna be Stacy now moving inside. It's Ender on the far side who will collect this one. Just half a minute gone already off the backboard. It's a whiff. It's cleared back to Stacy, back to No Maiden, and I don't think there's anyone home for the Jax. This one might just find its way. What a save by Ender to keep that one out. Jax now look to counterattack themselves. Stacy moves inside. It's cleared away by Jura for the moment. He will now look for the ball in off the backboard. We need to double. Oh, will be found by No Maiden. And it's XP to get on the board first.
Jura here with the touch and then just falling, making it so awkward for any of the defensive players to figure out who's touching that ball. Am I gonna get Goomba stopped? And there it is. No Maiden puts home the first goal. Just under a minute into the game here. And it looks like now time to lock it in as Greybeard on the back line with some boost to work with, also Stacy to support. Trying to clear that away, but Dura again pushing, looking at something here. A bump will come through, but no attacker yet. So now it's gonna be cleared off into the side corner. But a quick turn from No Maiden. off the backboard. Defense will pinch that one away.
It's going to be Ender moving down the right, intercepted by Dura for the moment, but it's Greybeard now to try and get something moving for Jax. There's a chance for Stacy looking top left. Will go wide. Big bump from Ender means Greybeard has a chance here. That will drop, but it's cleared away by NoMaiden, who really seems to have taken the bull by the horns in this game, or the king by the crown, I guess, as it's now going to be a chance off the backboard. Stacy trying to clear. It's going to be Jura trying to play this one inside. Stacy pops it up. It's picked up by OG, who now tries to find a pass and cleared away by Greybeard. Just can't find the bottom left-hand corner. Will be dealt with by NoMaiden. Chance for Jura. Backboard. Ender will clear it. And Dynasty Jax are trying to get back into this game, but XP Climbers are defending exceptionally well.
It just seems like that little 1-2 combo of NoMaiden and Dura is just working so well for Climbers here. With, I mean, Costa not doing a whole lot on the front end, but just being that solid third man. Make sure they're supporting their teammates, as NoMaiden could went away. Enter to the sidewall. It's going to be a dangerous open shot, and Dura will put it home once again. The Dura NoMaiden combo striking.
Yeah, the captain once again getting on the scoreboard into the middle of the net. No one back for the Jax. And XP Climbers, well, they might be climbing up the table after this one. Half the first game played. Ender now going to look to try and get this one to go. Greybeard can't get there first. The ball finds its way over onto this near side. In the middle from OG. Stacy will collect, gets a booming clearance, now trying to follow it. Oh, does get on the end of it. Big dunk, but not on target. Stacy back in the middle. Ender waiting, not finding. Greybeard from deep, won't be found either. Ball off the backboard. Jack's trying to throw everything and the kitchen sink at XP Climbers, but at the moment they are surviving. Ender wanting to go again, doesn't have a second flip to use. It will be Greybeard. Gets past one, gets past the second. Oh, Greybeard! Almost a clip, but not quite going to happen for him yet.
Demo will come through, open things up. There's no need to read that clear. Keeping it on the Jax half of the field. Pop up high opportunity here. Greybeard gets a good touch to the corner. Kind of bringing it around here is NoMaiden. Just doesn't quite get it around. Ooh, able to continue it there though. So Stacy now has popped this up center. Anyone to help out with Stacy? It keeps going. NoMaiden is up. It pops dangerously off to the side. Greybeard dives on in, but can't quite get it on target. So now Jax just looking to get some sort of connection here, but it bounces out. The clear from Climbers, able to keep it safe.
By the way, can we just talk about how long Greybeard must have spent on that car preset? It's absolutely gorgeous. As it's now round the backside. OG trying to move it forwards. Ender, oh, won't be able to clear that one away. Problems now across to the back post. It's NoMaiden with his second of the game. And XP Climbers look to take game number one against the Dynasty Jax roster, who have been going very, very well so far this season. Only one loss to their name. Will they get a second tonight? XP Climbers doing everything they can to make it happen.
I'm loving these passes out of the XP Climbers team. It's just so good connecting with one another, getting around the defense with their team plays. But now it's back towards net. No, a pinch against the opponent will send it ricocheting all the way back on target. Ender got used as a pinch teammate. That is unfortunate as it goes on back. Now a 4-0 lead for Climbers.
And if there was any doubt about which way this game was going to go, it has been shut down now. XP Climbers will take game number one against Dynasty Jax, but still plenty of time left in the series. Ball inside, Greybeard to collect. Off the backboard, wants the double, won't be found, but hang on a moment, Stacy gets it forward. But it's cleared away by the XP Climbers again, and their defense has been absolutely lights out today. And I have to say, ZekTech, their offense hasn't been bad either.
Great job at XP Climbers in this first game, really just showing up on both ends. The passing plays and the solid defense, make sure they keep this rotation flowing, keep using that boost to full efficiency. As Dura pops that one up, he gets a reset, keeps it going, looking for a 0. second goal, but not going to happen here. And a solid shutout for XP Esports here in game number 1. The Jacks just struggling to find momentum here.
Yeah, they are. But, I mean, look at that as well. They actually outshot XP Climbers. It's 8 shots for Dynasty to the 7 from XP Climbers, which, yeah, leads to questions, I guess, mainly about the defense, because XP Climbers made 6 saves on the 8 shots that Dynasty had taken. And that is compared to the 2 saves that Dynasty made. So, Zektek, it seems to me like there's a little bit of a defensive issue on the side of Dynasty at the moment.
Yeah, it does seem like that. A little overextension, some awkward plays, awkward dives in the midfield there. Defense just not quite locked in yet. I feel like they had some good opportunities and some good glimpses at brilliance, but just couldn't quite pull it in here at game number 1. So, for sure, cannot get that clean sweep to ensure stepping into those play-ins, but still can get a 3-1 if they bring it around, which would send them that much further forward. That much further forward. There we go.
Yes, absolutely understood what you were saying. And I was just talking about the defense and offense, and I did some digging. I had a look at the league, and you would not believe how close these two teams are in terms of goal differential. Jacks have scored 65 and conceded 53. Climbers have scored 64 and conceded 53. Those numbers are incredibly even, but that has already changed tonight as XP take 4 extra goals on the Dynasty Jacks. So in order to keep parity, in order to keep it all even, my goodness, how did I say eagle? The Dynasty Jacks will need to score 4 in this game to try and keep these scorelines level, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen early, as it's going to be a shot from Dura. Good save from Greybeard, and that is going to get things off to a good start for Dynasty.
Struggling a bit to get some good boost here. Ooh, working into midfield though. Maybe getting around a lot of the defenders, stealing a boost, maybe getting a bump here. Not quite going to happen, so it's the Dura no maiden combo once again. Hopping off backboard here. Good block. No! OG Costa will put it in over the top. That can't be stopped. Right under the crossbar. Awkward off that backboard, and Ender almost got the touch, but OG Costa just too strong.
Yeah, Ender got something on it, but it was not enough to deny the goal, and XP go 1 up in the game. There's another shot off kickoff. It's a fantastic save from Stacy to prevent XP from going 2-0 up. This one will now go onto the ceiling. Who will be there first? Greybeard tries to play the 50. It's Stacy now to collect. Sees a teammate on the sidewall. Pass inside. Back to Stacy. It's not on target. Maybe should have let that one run to Greybeard, as the passing play was very nice from Dynasty. But Zektek, passing plays get you nothing if they don't result in a goal.
Greybeard here, slamming that one forward. Leaves it for Stacy, who almost gets it past the defender, but a good stop there. Now out center, opportunity. Slamming it towards Nail, looking for a bump maybe, but no maidens gets up. Puts that one over. Greybeard trying to this on defense. Good drop at the far side. Take that boost. It's pop center's opportunity to clear here. Ender launching that one downfield on target, but cleared away by No Maiden. This one's popped up and over the side here. Can't quite control it, and Climbers will once again take it to the offensive half.
It's a good ball in from Dura, but not going to find much else as the ball popped in once again. Bump away, but he will be equal to it off the corner. There is a chance that one will go wide. XP Climbers can try to get that second goal, get some daylight between themselves and Dynasty. There's No Maiden off that sidewall. Thought it was going to bounce in a different way. Had to adjust and adjust very well. Ender gets past 1. Get past 2 more. Goes low. Does. Plays the 50, but it's cleared away. And Ender just trying to do it all himself at this point. But this is a team sport. This is a team game, Zektek. And unfortunately, you can't always do it all on your own.
Now you're going to need a passing play, perhaps. Past 1. Ender trying to pop it around, but couldn't quite find it. So Greybeard tries to get a touch here to keep it on the half. Launch downfield. Greybeard almost gets the redirect in. So Stacy here continuing the play through the corner. Ender there. Greybeard pops off the backboard. A good pass towards center here. It's going to be a little bit dangerous, so going to play this safe. Good push. Jax. Oh, yes, a player back. Okay, they were hiding behind the ball, but they have the defense still pushing this downfield. Nobody though on the backboard, and it is rock solid defense out of Climbers.
Nothing more frustrating when you think you've got an open net and then someone's just hiding behind the ball. Ender very, very close to conceding that one, but it does flash past the goal. Now NoMaiden coming in from deep, bottom right-hand corner found. And NoMaiden is having an absolute day. Bottom right corner found, and it's an attempted save not coming through. XP Climbers with this game victory. They will officially go above the Jacks in the league. Of course, still 2 games left to be played in this series, and they still need to see this one out within the next minute and 20 seconds. But I have to be honest, ZecTech, Dynasty Jacks haven't really given me anything to believe that they can get back into this game yet.
They've been struggling to make these connections, get past this back line. They've got good 50s, but their boost control, some of these rotations are just not quite where they need to be. Good beat there, though, from Ender. Steals the boost. A little pass from Greybeard, but can't quite make it happen. So Ender now controlling on the back line. Defense goes center. And it's just a little awkward there. Just losing control in this midfield. It's just really been biting Jacks here. They just can't quite seem to find some good control. Now down through the midfield again. It breaks away though, so opportunity for clear for a pass, but the defense is there for it.
Wonderful defensive rotations, and maybe the offense is on as well. OG, top left-hand corner. XP Climbers with 30 seconds left. All but lock in a 2-0 lead against the Dynasty Jacks. And I've been doing some more research, ZecTech, and I have to say both of these teams are yet to play top of the table. Both of them have to play Viola. It's Jacks next week, and it's Climbers the week after. That's a 5-0-1 team still to play in the season. Play-ins are not set yet, and you really need to get as many victories today as possible. XP Climbers are doing just that.
Jacks now, gotta bring this one around. They've lost 2 now, so now it is just take this break between games, figure out what's happening with the rotations, the communication, and lock it in. You know, you had that lead in the standings, but now it is slipped, but you got to try to take it back here. 2 games, you got to get the draw. Otherwise, you're going to be knocked down quite a bit off your pedestal there. The crown is slipping, but it is not falling off just yet.
Yeah, it certainly is. As I mean, Jacks desperately trying to get something going. They're trying. You can see what they're trying to do, right? They want to play that perfect passing gameplay, the perfect passing Rocket League, and it's just not working out for them, unfortunately. And XP are taking advantage of the opportunities they're given. They're moving down the other end, and I have to give credit to NoMaiden, who's been exceptional. OG with 2 goals in that game, both of them set up by NoMaiden. And I mean, yeah, when a player is having a day like this, sometimes you just have to sit back and applaud.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic job. NoMaiden looking good, getting some resets and some double tap opportunities. Just, I mean, looking great all into the field mechanically as well. Dura showing up, and OG Costa, game 2. Game 1 is a little quiet, but game 2, man, showing up, putting those goals in, getting some great dunks. And I mean, Climbers are looking locked in and ready to go. So I think it's all up to Jacks here, really, to determine their fate. Will they show up here in game number 3? Will they rally behind one another and bring the heat? Or will Climbers take the series away?
Find out shortly. Climbers have locked in that tie. But hang on a moment. Stacy off the crossbar. Oh my goodness. So close to an early goal for the Jacks. Off that sidewall now goes Ender, cleared away by Durability. Now looking for this one inside. That's a wonderful strike! Oh my goodness! Captain Fantastic! Durability off the backboard. What is that angle?
What a ridiculous opportunity there. And if you're the Jacks defense, like, what do? You gotta be so heartbroken and just feeling defeated after that one. I'm just like, all right, looks better already with the rotations and everything, and then he just pops off like that. It just feels like there's nothing you can do to stop it as NaVeDs puts home another goal.
Wow. I mean, I don't know what Dynasty Jacks thought they were going to come up against today, but I don't think it was this. Off the crossbar, into the bottom corner. XP climbers. They are climbing something, that is for sure. And at the moment, they are all over Dynasty Jacks. I can't imagine how they must be feeling. You know, you finish game number 2, you're thinking, okay, we've still got the chance of a draw. If we lock in for game number 3, we're still looking good. And then you get hit by 2 of arguably the goals of the week, certainly the goals of the season from XP climbers at the start of game 3. And like, what does your mental do after that? I don't even know where you're meant to go.
And now some awkward rotations here out of Jack, trying to get something going, all pressing downfield. Opportunity perhaps, it's not quite going to come through. A pressure here, but it's off the backboard. Over some bumps, open things up. It's just going to stay clear here. NaVeDs downfield. And it looks like the Climbers having a substitution. OG subs out for AAOKY, I believe is how that is said.
Yeah.
And man, even with the sub, they're still looking fantastic. Perhaps Jax might be able to capitalize on that. You know, a player coming in, you know, maybe not the most warm or prepared for this game. To see if that will make anything happen here, if they make any plays happen. But man, NaVeDs just looking so clean on the play right now.
We do also have to say, as far as the teams go, of course, XP have every rich that they could possibly ask for available to them. It seems like, unfortunately, Dynasty do not have their top CMB player. Oh my goodness, off that left-hand post. Complex unable to make it to this game tonight, and maybe that is playing into it at the angle once again. Not going to be cleared. Cleaned up by NaVeDs and XP Esports. This is now an absolute rout.
Oh, good first stop, but couldn't find the second one. At the Climbers, man, locking it in right now. Still half the game left to go. Both a 3-0 deficit. You gotta be really hurting if you're Jax.
Yeah, you're not kidding. As this ball gets played up, AAOKY looking for this one. Cleared away by Ender. Will come back from NaVeDs. What a hat trick this would be! Oh, it's off the post and the crossbar. NaVeDs is just... I've never seen a player have this kind of day in Rival. Unbelievable play so far. All across from Stacy. Ender reversing off the backboard. Who is waiting? Gonna be cleared away once again. As now NaVeDs pops it forwards. We've not stopped saying his name all night. The XP Climbers man playing incredibly well. Stacy plays a good 50. All inside from durability. Cleared away by Greybeard. It's not on target. It will hit the backboard. Durability clears it again. Double commit from Jackson. Now you can just see those communications. The way that they're working together has started to fall apart a little bit, and I don't blame them. It's a difficult thing that they're facing. It's understandable that comms would start to slip, but Jax, they need to try and keep their heads screwed on. They need to try and stay locked in, as difficult as it is against the way that the XP Climbers are playing tonight so far.
Ooh, a shot there, quick lob. Almost, not trying to connect on the defense. Oh, defender can't quite get out of the net in time. Jura puts another one on target. Another 4-0 here, but with still a minute left on the clock, it might get worse. But, I mean, Jax might have an opportunity here to improve in the last minute. Maybe they can bring something back, you know, not get entirely shut out. They have yet to score a goal, and to get at least something on the board would do so much for their mental.
Yeah. Cleared here by Stacy is Greybeard. Not able to get that one to go, and this one is cleared away. There's a chance for Greybeard, just can't get it on target. Over into the corner. Stacy to collect, and Stacy will score into the base of the goal, and My goodness, did Dynasty Jax need that? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tech, but I think that's their first goal of the series. So no perfect sweep tonight.
That it is something to their name, something to feel good about, and to know that, okay, we can score. It is absolutely possible. This is not an uphill battle against the undefeatable, but we can score here. We can make something happen. As it goes across here, pass opportunity perhaps. We control out of the back line here. Good attack to the backboard. Cleared off to the side. Good control out of Climbers. But now Greybeard pushing here, trying to get something on the defense. Couldn't quite make it happen. The pass opportunity, no. Ender can't quite find the touch. Ooh, a little awkward there. A bump does come through to commit on that one. It's an opportunity perhaps to break away for Jax. What's going to happen here is the last 5 seconds of gameplay. And we do get a good 50. Will they keep up for a goal? No, it drops. And that is the Climbers who take game number 3 as well.
Yeah, and they are playing incredibly well tonight. 1 game win behind Jax at the start of play. That is certainly not the case anymore, whichever way you slice it. XP Climbers will be going above Jax in the table. It's just by how much now. And Jax want to cut that deficit down to as little as possible. And they've started on the right path to do that, Zectech. They got the final goal of game number 3. If they can start well in game 4, they need to not go behind by 2 or 3 at the start of game 4. All of a sudden, they can start fighting back. They can maybe get at least a game that's going to keep them in contention of those play-ins.
That's what you got to do, is just lock it in here. Game number 4. You looked better this game. You got a goal to your name. Now it is just time to lock in that defense, I think, is the biggest thing. And if you can lock down that defense, it looked better this game, despite still 4 goals going in. So if you just continue that consistency, that communication as well, really get that flowing once again, I think you got a good chance to at least get something on the board here.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Just get something on the board, get some momentum, get some distance between yourselves and XP Climbers, right? Because these are your enemies at this point. These guys are fighting you tooth and nail to get into those play-ins, and at the moment, they are the ones winning that fight. You need to try and get something back in order to be able to get back at them. But either way, Dynasty Jax, I don't know whether it's communication or rotation or whatever it happens to be, they need to lock it up quick, and that doesn't look like the case. It's a nice shot from durability, saved on the line by Dynasty Jax, and maybe a fantastic save like that is something to build the game off of for Dynasty. They'd rather it be a goal, though.
Yeah, something good for the mentality there. They are still playing some good defense, keeping this one out. A pop there might be dangerous. Goes to the backboard. Good center, perhaps a fake out. Defense, though, standing strong as Ender takes this one downfield. We popped back to the yellow half, though. But a good touch there out of Stacy. Will to keep it away from the net.
Yeah, Will Ender on the right-hand side, looking to find a teammate, but it just seems that XP Climbers are there first every time. AAOKY comes through, finds the bottom left-hand corner, and XP Climbers begin as they have every other game this series, 1-0 up.
Another miscommunication on the back line. I think a team bump went through there. They had the block, but they're getting tangled up together, letting that one in. But a kickoff goal will go their way, and they equalize. Stacy closing it down immediately.
This is what we needed to see, and it was durability who missed the ball on kickoff. Sometimes they just happen, but it's given Dynasty Jax a way back in. And you can imagine that the BC, the communication, just got a little more excited after that one. We're in this game. We're even. And now there's a chance for them to go forwards and maybe get the dub. But either way, it's AAOKY moving back downfield. Ooh, put across. Stacy had to react. And react they did. Greybeard onto the sidewall. Cleared away by Ender. Looking to move this one forwards. If Jax can take the lead here, that would do a lot of good for their own mental and for this game itself. Greybeard, you're looking to get the bottom left-hand corner. Cleared away for the moment by durability, but Jax knocking on the door.
Jax, looking like they are starting to rally here. Looking better on the offense. A little 1-2 play perhaps might just get them around and get them what they need. Good touch there. Through the middle. It's a little awkward for no maiden, so Greybeard will get up for it. Put it to the backboard. Looking for some bumps around. That's touch. No! Greybeard came down on top of it! The most unfortunate placement. He's got a bump. He helped on the defensive line to just clear it out, but then became a defender himself. It's so unfortunate.
I really want to clown him, but it's just unfortunate at the end of the day. Ball off the backboard, comes in from deep. He can't find it on that occasion. Stacy off the right. Durability now trying to move forwards. Tries to get the goal. It's a good win by Greybeard on the bottom side, and the big clearance from Ender. That one might drop in, but Durability will be back as he has been. Oh, bless me. So much for his team. 1-1. Ball inside. The angle found. Chance at the back post. Cleared away by Ender. And it will be Jax, who are going to try and build another attack. Double commit from XP Climbers. Might give Jax a chance, but not with a shot that's a little bit feeble. That's exactly what comes out. There's a chance now for AAOKY. Backboard needs a double. Stacy goes by. Oh, he hits the crossbar. A chance for XP to start leading. Goes begging.
Opportunity here, perhaps breakaway. Now, no maiden can't follow that one, so Greybeard pops off to the side. Good hit there. Ender gets blocked by two who team up here, but can't quite get anything on net as AAOKY. And now Greybeard with the block off to the side. It will bounce forward. AAOKY now again trying to get something onto the net. We have Dura up now. Greybeard though will get up quickly to block that one out. Through the middle, Stacy gets demoed, but Greybeard preaches it through the smoke.
Those are the kind of plays that XP Climbers have been doing all night. Such crisp communications. They know exactly where each other are. Greybeard gets a measure of revenge. No maiden taken out of the server. Stacy goes up the sidewall, not confident to follow that ball in as Durability with the clearance. Greybeard gets past one, needed a bit more. There's no maiden into the corner. They'll not get there first. Stacy clearing it back downfield, and with 48 seconds left on the clock, Dynasty Jacks have hung in this game so incredibly well, but that ends now. Durability, double touch, dunk, and that is exceptional from the XP Climbers captain. What a finish.
A beautiful job there to read that off the backboard, get it up and over everybody, and then just drop down on that tight angle. So now Jax, only 40 seconds left to fight for another goal. Off the backboard is a great block. Now look for something again as no maiden. Can't quite get it. Does get a touch there. Does get the boost steal actually. So now the touchdown. Cleared away here. The shot perhaps. AAOKY going up and off to the side here as Greybeard for some pressure on this attacker. Pops it up. But no maiden is up looking for a read up the backboard. Just drops straight down though. And a reset perhaps. Far side. Drop down. Dura can't be stopped.
I called him Captain Fantastic earlier in the series, but my goodness, he might be Captain Absolutely Excellent now. 2 double touch dunks in the same game in a matter of seconds. And all of the wind that was in the Jack sails, everything that they were working towards has been taken away from them. Durability will be the ones to put it on the floor as well. Wrap it up and send it to your mother for Christmas. It's 4-0. XP Esports sweep away Dynasty Jacks.
Hey, man, fantastic job out of XP Climbers. They were tied up for so long. It's like, oh man, Jack's really got this. And then Dura's just like, I'm gonna pop off real quick. Twice off the backboard. Crazy angles to score. Take them up 3-1. And man, Climbers just absolutely locked in as a team. Looks great mechanically and rotationally. Defense and offense working on both sides of the field. And that's how they take the 4-0. Absolutely a clean sweep, and they will launch themselves ahead in the standings.
Yeah, launch themselves indeed. Now 3 game wins above Jax. They are 8 game wins away from the nearest below them. Of course, we don't know what the Gelfi result is, although it was planned for tonight. They did play Bravo Force, so they already know where they sit. However, we don't really. So Climbers, they have done themselves a world of good with that victory. They go up to 18 game wins on the season, and actually, if my calculations do not go away from me, they overtake Viola at the top of the table, at least for the moment, until we have the results from the Viola game. So number 1 now in the table is XP Climbers, and there you see it. It's unsurprising who our series MVP is, although I have to say everyone on the XP Climbers had a fantastic series, but none more so than NoMade and Zektek.
Fantastic job on NoMade. 12 shots for 5 goals, 5 assists, and 5 saves. The 5-5-5 there. Bunch of demos coming in, plenty of points. And I mean, I'm sure not far behind NoMade is Dura, who actually popped off in those last couple of games. I mean, it was the 1-2 connection with NoMade and Dura all the way through. And I mean, man, both of these players did absolutely fantastic job for XP Climbers. And we see here just how big a difference it was between teams. 14 goals to 2, 40 shots to 18. Ooh, man, I mean, Jax tried to get those demos to work in their favor, 16 to 11, but just didn't quite happen there. And so at the end of the day, it is just XP Climbers taking it home.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of a feeling that this is the ultimate caster curse, because I said at the start of the game that this is such an even, tight game. There's no telling which way this is going to go. XP Climbers, well, they took that personally. And they absolutely dominated Dynasty Jax in this one. It was absolutely insane. But Zektek, we are going to go to a quick interview. We do have AAOKY on the line, so let's bring him in and let's have a little chat. Hello, AAOKY. Firstly, how are you feeling after that series?
I'm gonna be honest. Blood's pumping. It's crazy. Yo. We played very well. I can't lie. I'm proud of the boys. Yo. Can't ask for anything more.
No, I don't think you can, certainly. I've got to talk to you about what those communications were like as the boys were hitting all of these insane plays. I mean, we've had double touch dunks. We've had some flip resets. Were the vibes just immaculate in the VC?
Dude, I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna go deaf after this. I can't lie. It was crazy. Yeah, no, dude, this was an insane series. Yo, this was fun. After the second game, when I got on, I just sat back and I just let them freestyle. It's what they're there for. Dura's strong suits, fucking freestyling, and NoMaiden's just there with him. Honestly, these guys are just insane. I'm gonna be honest. I got really lucky.
Well, hey, I don't know about luck, but we certainly are here. You guys now go 18-10 on the season. A massive game differential. I mean, I think Greybeard's asked a few other teams about this question, but I want to ask you specifically, where would you be happy with XP Climbers getting to in this postseason? Because it's almost locked in that you're going to get them.
Post-season, I'm hoping for at least top 4, but at the moment we're sitting at 5th, so we're almost there. But I would love to win this series. Like, this would be crazy because we have the skills. It's just we need to play consistently. Because when we played against Bro last time we were on stream, we played very well, but we were still new, if we can put it that way.
Sure. Yeah.
So
with the fact that this is now week 7, I want to touch on that point that you've made there just a little bit. Do you feel like you guys have developed that kind of team spirit, that team camaraderie, now that we're later in the season?
100%. Dude, yes, we have gotten a long way, and it is thanks to the coaching we've gotten. Because getting coaches is not as easy as you think. So the coaches we did get, it was great. The coaching really helped us. We first of all didn't come at all for like the first few series because we didn't know how to. Because I was prospect last season. Same with Dura. NaVeDs, he knew how to come. He just didn't know how to get us on. So it was very difficult starting to come. But after we've played scrim after scrim, game after game, we just had fun with it. So yes, the communication was a level up. The chemistry was crazy. It was insane. It's really
Awesome. I mean, that will be very, very scary to hear for other teams in the league, I have no doubt, because communication at this level is such an important thing. I do want to ask you, obviously in week 9, you will play against the league leaders Viola in what I imagine will be an absolute barnstormer of a game. Is Viola the team in this league that you would suggest are your closest rivals? Is there another team that maybe you think are pushing for that #1 spot? And how do you expect that game in week 9 to go?
I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be a very close game because we scrimmed Viola the most because I knew Tubsy and I just wanted him on a team, but unfortunately we didn't have enough CMV to get him. But he's a great player. We played him because he's mechy, he's smart. The other guys on the team is also very great. I Fly Aware, an amazing player. I haven't really had contact with him as much, but we just like to play with them. But yes, they're very good. I can't lie, but I'm gonna be honest. With our playstyle, I think it's kind of similar. So it's gonna be a very mechy show, like But I'm gonna be honest, Bro is still my biggest fear at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But Dynasty was I feared them, I can't lie. I was going into this like, this is going to be a very close game, but my team just peaked.
Yeah, AAOKY, so were we. So were we. But no, thank you so much for joining us here on the stream. Congratulations once again on your sweep victory over Dynasty Jax. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you over the coming weeks. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no, thanks for the interview, man. It was fun being here, and thanks for hosting.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Well, we come back, and Zektek, we are going to shut this one down, but I just want to ask you one more time. I mean, how about them XP climbers? If they play like that for the rest of the season, they are going to be so scary for any team.
Yeah, I mean, looking great mechanically, rotationally, locked in. And I think there's going to be a fantastic thing. They just keep it consistent. I think they absolutely have what it takes. I mean, we were seeing that NoMade Dura combination was just hard to stop, nigh impossible. Dura himself popping off there, NoMade being consistent. And I think it just comes down to, can they keep it up for the rest of the series, for the rest of the season? You know, whoever the third is with whatever sub, it's coming down, and I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think we have here to close out today's stream, Greybeard, bring it back in as host.
Yeah. One good night. They've got a long way to go. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. But having said that, they played exceptionally well. All right, well, let's have a look at the schedule. We've had 4 games on stream today, and sadly only 1 sweep, and that was my one. That was a rough one. The Climbers sweeping the Jacks earlier on. The Abyss doing incredibly well, 3-1 over the Professors. The draw, the locked-in draw, Alpha Force versus Kings, and Obscurity going down 3-1 to Tswana. And there we go. There are just 2 more weeks remaining until the end of RSC SSA Season 3. And Rhino, Zektek, thank you very much. I'm not sure I'll watch your VOD, but I'm sure you did a banger cast of that last series. And thanks as always for supporting RSC. And now you're off. Your work is done, and we're gonna wrap up the stream for tonight. Remember our sponsors. We have 2 sponsors this season, 2 big sponsors. Our broadcast sponsor is Genisus Extreme, and Nixa providing the cash prize pool of 18,000 Rand, and Genisus Extreme bringing us the broadcasts. And then remember, We have merch that you can buy, a t-shirt, a commemorative what's the word? A unique t-shirt, never to be repeated, RSC Season 3 t-shirt, and the top 3 people with the top 3 chatters with the highest channel points at the end of the season will get a t-shirt as well. So keep watching, keep engaging, keep predicting right, of course. And then last but not least, it is Mythic. The Mythic challenge is on. It ends on Sunday at 5 to midnight. We are still currently ahead of the Call of Duty boys, but we got to keep it ticking over. And there will be a 10,000 Rand tournament for those who have put in time to make sure that Rocket League wins, because Call of Duty have always won every community challenge. But there is a new community dog in town, and that is Rocket League. We are now going to raid RSC EU, who are live currently. So go and say howdy. Tell them that you've come all the way from RSC SSA. And we will be live again on Monday for Just Saying Podcast episode 9 coming up this Monday. And if I can see, oh, there we go. So there we go. We have wrapped it all up. Thank you all for being here. Chat, you've been amazing. And of course, our production people, the casters, Rhino, Zektek, Skilton, Muzz, Deploy doing the work in the background. Our match admin for tonight was a Clever Rabbit. Our mod for half the night was Nations. And I hope I haven't missed anybody. Thank you all for the work you do. Chat, thank you for being here. See you again on Monday. From me and everybody, peace. We're out.
And what a shot from Kirica, taking that off the ceiling, underneath the ball, and straight down the middle.
Oh, there it is, out of the blue!
2 seconds left on the clock, and the Joker finds something out of nothing!
Now, that pass from Shadow was immaculate, playing it straight down center. Hecky just had to get a touch, and it's all he needed.
Sonic has a chance, it's an open net if he sees it. Looking for the shot downfield, goes into the corner, Kilogram! He gets the goal!
They're just in front of the net. Nuke barely keeps it out there, dies on the goal line. The long shot, it finds it through. Into Z, gonna pick it up.